Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
Why is always seconds before we start? The old
Boy.
song does get juicy.
I just want to say as we start this evening's programming, I hope you all are hearing us out there on the outside. Should we close the door?
Uh-huh.
Like a buzz?
Yeah, just to make sure I'm not going mad.
Yeah, hum. How
Wow.
the light have audio? Let me
Wow, the light have audio. Hello. Hello. We live, and we on now? People talking to me? Okay. You had started the show.
Yeah, hello. Sorry, I
You
was
get
looking at.
distracted.
Yeah. I wanna say good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Can't deal it. What is wrong with them, boy?
Let me tell you
boy.
something. Tyker is officially the most important friend I know. They say you must pay attention to the people in your circle. And as right now, my circle scrunting, right? It's all looking good. It's all looking good. I feel like I had a lock off some men. One can I start with you? Why you come back? I like the bad talk at the face, boy. Yeah, because Tyker ha not one. Not Tyker ha two people in she circle with Emmys, you know. Tyker is associated with two Emmy winners, you know. And what I struggling out here with?
Wonky.
From Francois.
By two.
Why do it this life, boy?
Not the powers to mute.
You see? Tyker circle would have never threatened to mute she mic. You see?
But I ain't got a pre-action protocol yet, so.
My circles will always try to silence me.
Oh gosh, I want to shout out the people who stole from the Louvre.
Hey!
Gang. I want
Us
to
too.
start there.
Us too. I saw that and I really clapped. I was like, yes.
I also want to shout out all the other members of CARICOM who have banded together to say that the Caribbean is a war-free zone and we don't want all this stinking dirty, right?
Yeah.
Dirty contract.
Big up
We don't want
CARICOM
your
right
dirty
now.
Contract, your contract
Bus
is
two for
nasty.
CARICOM.
So I just want to say that.
Everybody else is mocking pretenders. Cosplayers. Frauds. Who does run and hiding?
Yeah.
After you make it back and out. But
I also want to say hello and good evening to the Hindu community on this day of Diwali, right? Not necessarily in that order. I also want to say good evening to my best friend in my head, Mr. Ato Bolan. You understand? Good evening, sir. It stinks. I don't know what she's doing there. Here she mouth like she's saying kurma and she calling them yum yum yum.
shove the one.
Shub the one. You understand? It stings. And I
Yeah.
also want to shout out all the liberals whose birthdays have been going on. It's a difficult month, guys. You
All
all
the
are all.
Scorpios in the chat.
No, the Scorpios and me chat. The liberals holding strong. One after the next, boy. Two in a day, I think. Oh, cool. Shiny, boy. Yeah, boy. It's I struggle to remember, but it's this month. I struggle.
Oh,
Like
yes.
Kimani.
Today's little Kimani birthday bus too. We like that.
Yeah.
We like that.
Anybody else that I want to shout out before we go into the
I
the
want to
class
big
of
up
evening?
man like, you see? And that is the problem with me. My circles just talk like that. I need to get to the Emmy circles.
Wow.
It's only a matter of time, you know. It's only a matter of time. Big up House of Judah. Yeah, big up House of Judah. Miss Lady start the thing, so finish the thing. What the ass?
Yeah.
And the whole squad yesterday celebrated Sarah's birthday and the legacy of the father. It was a real nice vibes. The vibes was nice. And we were sober.
Unfortunately, because you know they bomb in the water, so You know, things hard to get right now. Well, it's not hard to get. It's just a little on the expensive side. You know what I mean? It's quite expensive.
What's happening in the corner over there?
I don't know.
They having a private quorum.
By paying attention to if they are potential Emmy winners now, boy. If I should care or not, you know what I mean? If I start from now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come, give me some tips and tricks. How does associate with people?
You just follow them on Instagram.
What? You just stalk them?
Regularly post their stories on your stories.
And stalk people? Ugh. That ain't working for me.
Shannon, would you care to share the joke? You and Wanky are having a really private giggle, and I don't appreciate it.
Wanky crying. I just want to say Wanky crying. So it's serious.
What's going on?
Right? He's trying very hard to stay quiet. We just check comments. What is be happening? What's going on? Alison. Alison, how are the girls?
The girls are inside. It's how Shannon put dear.
Dear, not sorrow spreads.
No, she put 2 dears and she
Oh dear, not dear. I'm not gonna say Whitney in the chat.
Hey.
And that's why I don't have no friends with Emmys. Boy.
Wow.
I only know people who just try to get votes on Caribbean Music Awards.
So tonight we are going to discuss something that's very close to our hearts. What homework you want to pick up? This is university, you know. So I need to keep in track.
Allow her to
What homework you have?
Miss Francois, what homework you have?
Present your homework to the class.
Would you like to come to the desk? I'll
Yeah.
go in the back there.
No, the class wasn't supposed to go and do research on the different.
Well, then come and present your research. I'll come in the back there.
I never do my homework.
You never do it, so where you bring it up
So where
for?
no, now you have to present something. Let's go.
Of course, no.
Let's go.
I'm looking script.
Your business. Let's go.
Of course. So I'm
You feel like what's going on there? You go there.
You feel you know what's going on there?
You go back in and change.
Come, Shannon, contribute your homework. What homework you bring?
Since we come back out anyhow.
They hear your voice, so put your voice and do the homework.
All right. Here's what I remember from last week, which will give me what do you call it?
Class credit, let's go.
Yes, class credit. Thank you, we love you.
Nerd.
Since the episode last Monday, my whole feed has been presenting with examples of different cultures using the same from all over the world. So Monday night self, I bounced up a video from Brazil. I can't remember the name of the genre, but I remember it from the board. Was it something?
Kid Slim.
Kazumba.
Kasumse
Kazumba.
is a Bollywood.
Kazumba, something. That's the
Kompa.
Kompa.
All right, there we
I was
go.
gonna ask if it was kombucha. Just
Kompa.
And
That is a dog there. Go ahead.
then I bounced up some filler, and I was like, but this is good.
Phil is a nice
Yeah.
thing.
After I bounced up filler, it's about a local fella called what his name is? Adi Sugar.
Yes, he's Nigerian.
Yes, Adi Sugar had a stream, and I watched it, and I was like, all right, I can see little elements and thing. But after the extent of the information in last Monday's episode, it was like a third eye open, and I just realized how much things are influenced by
Buzz 2 for Calypso.
Yeah.
Buzz
things we
2.
take for granted, and things
And
that
I-
other people they big it up and we fat on it.
Yeah.
And it's not nice at all because other people could see the goal in it and we not taking it serious. And I don't like that.
I'm going to get some reading material. I was told about samba and a genre called ashe.
How you spell that?
Didn't ask. I just bring the thing from me, let me read it. So, and it's from a person who studies Brazilian studies. So it's Brazilian music. So I will also have that, and I think I will probably share that on Instagram or something so that you all will have access to the information. Any more homework, Shannon?
No, that's all, miss. Thank you.
Okay, great, lovely. Mr. Batista.
Mr. Batista, where's your mic? Pause. Mr. Batista. Mr. Batista, you really show up to class without a mic? That's what I was laughing at before?
I don't think so.
Yes, because when the two of them watch each other, it have an inside joke that growing arms now. Pause. Look at him again. There's something with the mic. Mr. Batista.
Yes.
Hi. How are you?
Well.
How's everybody?
Good
evening. Is it evening?
Lighten Diaz.
Yeah. Lighting the ears, okay.
You have no contributions, Mr. Batista?
I didn't do any homework. You know?
Of course not.
No. I is a delinquent.
And you're a DJ.
I is a delinquent.
Wow.
When it comes to,
What is going on with it?
Yeah, they have an inside joke.
That's what the deep sound like at the level. So that's inside joke, ain't you, boy?
I don't know what's going on.
All right. And we will leave you on the ground. And I hope Batista helps you get back up after your blackout.
Yeah.
yeah.
And they want to have inside jokes?
Yes, I am. I have
Fall to the ground.
That's crazy.
no homework. No homework to present to the panel today. And yes. Yeah. That's
And
about
this
it.
is all your favorite, eh? This is all your favorite.
I'm not sure about favorite.
That's crazy.
But I'm likable at most. God damn.
Debatable.
The was loud.
Okay, Miss, so what are we doing today?
Today we are talking about money, etc. Can you see that, Shannon? Right. We're talking about what it costs to be an artist. Yes, we'll be talking about the context of Trinidad and Tobago, but it would be remiss of me to talk about it in a bubble. We need to talk about it in terms of the grand scale and scheme of things. And so we need to talk about it holistically, all of the things and all of the ways. And so we have two whiteboards this evening. We have this smally little one, and then we have our big guns. So our big guns will... No, I don't say guns too. Oh gosh. The larger whiteboard will have the overarching topic, and then we will break it down and do the multiplication, addition, etc. on small boy here.
Before we jump in, I am curious to know what the general public think things cost. So let's say you are an artist. Let's imagine for a second you are an artist and you are about to create and put out. A gentleman is waving at you to tell you,
Hello?
Don't rub it off, to hold it again.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because he didn't want to use his voice. You see the importance of you could do it. And here we are. Yet here we are. But it seemed important. Imagine that you are an artist and you're about to put out your own song, right? Right now, as you are in the chat, what do you think things cost? So let's start with, I don't know, Tyker, where do you think you should start? Or where do you, the viewers, think you should start to put out a song? Anybody in class?
It depends on your level.
What does that mean?
So are you a new artist or are you an existing artist?
All right. Viewing audience, are you a new artist or are you an existing artist? Tell us. We're building this imaginary thing. Right? You are a new artist. You had a dream and the dream tell you, go and be an artist in Trinidad and Tobago.
How old are you?
I am an adult. Between the ages of 25 and 35.
You start late.
That's all right.
But all
it
right.
does happen.
All right.
I want to give the context of I'm relatively earning. I could earn money.
As in, you're working at a 9 to 5 right now?
Yes, I have a life that is not that of an artist. So I can make an earning.
You working private or you working for the government?
Working for the government, because to work private would mean I would have had to get specific certificates, degrees, etc., which would push the timeline a bit more. But I'm doing this also having a job, because we have very few artists who are full artists, as in they don't have a day job, full-time artists. Most, when they starting especially, start off by having a job and doing the artistry on the side.
So I'm 27. I work for the government. Am I male or female?
Ooh, good question. Am I male or female? Anybody in the class? All to make me build this character on my own. Male or female? Female.
Female.
Shannon says female, all right. Female. I'm looking at the comment section. I need you all to participate. I'm not doing this on my own. Hello. All day
So a
we building the character.
27-year-old government employee.
Female.
What are they doing? Are they vocalists?
What type
Can
of
they
artist?
sing? What kind of
Well,
artist?
okay, she wants to be a singing artist, a singing, performing artist.
What
The
kind of
genre
music? Yeah,
is
what kind of music?
new calypso.
Tell that girl no bother.
No, that's not fair. That's what the kids are listening and playing now. It's what's buzzing the airwaves right now. A bag of new releases has been happening for the October as we get ready for Tobago Carnival. That's what they call it in new soca, new calypso. That's the genre.
Can we?
No, we go in it and we had to play the cards in real. Come on.
She start bad. Go ahead. What else?
You actually, so I'm a 27-year-old female.
Does she have both her parents?
No, I come from a single parent household and I have a child.
You're still with your man?
Who is he?
Okay. She's a mother.
I'm building this off of the realities of circumstances most times. So
Does she have any artistic education?
No.
Or, okay.
no,
So she was in a choir.
she used to sing in church.
Okay.
She wasn't like the soloist, but you know, she could hold a note.
Does she still have religious affiliation?
Nah.
Oh gosh, Alison, come down from there.
Let's see what's Alison was saying. Like you went and
I will lie.
Come down from there.
to be clear, to be clear, I have not and I will not, and I'll leave it there.
Yeah, listen, come down, come down.
Down. That's wild.
Right.
Oh yes, that was the narrative. Because it's a common story. See? Creativity lacking.
Anyway, come down from there. All right, 27, government employee,
Yes,
female
yes,
singing
so do that.
performing artist, new calypso. She come from a single parent family, and now she is a single parent. What's she child in the night?
She? we she ain't started career yet, so she gotta figure it out as we go.
Right.
I have
Okay.
a real important question about this character.
Sure,
Yeah.
because we have to build the character first.
She could actually sing, sorry.
No, not that.
Yeah, she could hold her note.
Is she light skin, dark skin?
Yeah. I was
Good
just about to
question.
Is she black? Is she indigo?
Where she come from?
Good question. Wanky,
so
you
tell us.
decide. What is her skin type? Because that is a very valid question in
What
this
is her
industry.
skin type and her hair type? And what's she body?
What's she
actually
ratings?
sing?
What's she ratings?
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, skin, you said that I gave you skin type, but on a scale of 1 to 10, as a man, as the only man in the room, so you're the most objective person, leave Walter alone, please.
Can we choose another
Nicole
name?
says chocolate, please.
Chocolate. So she's a dark skin girl.
Yeah, because Wanky like a chocolate, you know.
Right.
Wanky, I like this little mood light in the give today. Big of you.
I knew. Right. So she is, right. Does she drive? She has she license?
Yes. She have a little put too.
Or she owns a vehicle? Okay.
I will get you that.
Okay. Because that,
Super or
Is a-
premium?
Definitely super.
That using premium, eh?
Definitely super.
Alright, okay, well. you get
so
it.
she drives and she owns her vehicle.
Yeah. Even if it's previous, she said it's the super.
Alright, okay. Alright.
Right. So she owns her own vehicle. Any other questions?
Anything about this character we want to build again? No? All right. So we started the conversation with a 27-year-old government employee, female. She would like to get into the industry, sing as a performing artist. The genre she wants to do is new calypso/soca. She is a single parent and she comes from a single parent household. She lives with, well, she and the mother still share any space. She has no partner, so she's single. Background musically, she have a little church background. She's a singing church, but right now she have no religious affiliations. She's dark skinned. She drives and have her own vehicle.
Well, you said that already, so you need to say that.
Right. And
From
it's
where?
Yeah. What neighborhood?
location.
Asking from where? From Westmoreland? From Mova?
She lives Wanky. Where does she live? Audience, where does she live? She
Tongue
from
is a big
Tongue.
place.
What of Spain?
Does she have a family link in the industry? No. She from behind the bridge, all right?
No, and she was she from?
Behind the bridge. Good contribution, Ananias. If she have any family link, because you know how the nepotism go in this country. Ananias say Belmont.
We suppose we.
He's right, okay. Anything else about this character? All right, we have it there.
Right. Somebody can write on this, please.
No. I in the frame there?
Yes.
Mm.
Take a picture, Wanky. Means she Shivana White.
Right, okay. Now you can start your class, Tyker.
Right. No, what I'm going to use that.
But you could rub it off, sorry.
Right. So we going with this first. Now,
Only share the light.
I also want us to keep in mind that though we're talking about this 27-year-old person, this woman, keep in mind that this is not just for her, but artists in general. Right? Okay. Right, Shannon, you were telling me where we is. Right, back.
That's good.
Right.
Have it.
So on the board, we have in the center the real cost of being the artist, which of course is our topic today. And then around we have some subgroups here that we're going to go into with regards to really being an artist. Now, but please keep in mind that when I did this for an already established artist. And Forbes is asking about a new artist. So we'll keep that in mind as well. Because things are, in fact, very different for new artists in this space. And I should actually.
Which is a nice mirroring for the conversation, actually.
Yeah, so I want to add something to this.
I also think this conversation is not just beneficial for those who are interested in getting into the industry as performers, but it is especially important for those who claim to be managers. We just dropped that title loose now, boy, and people really don't know what the responsibility require. So, yeah. 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 Because also I'm keeping not just like when I say management or corporate support in mind as well.
We still in frame there, Shan? Okay, great. Lovely. So going through it, just right off bat, we have performance training, formal and informal. We have management costs on this listing here. Transport to events, which also includes international transit costs if you are traveling for work, going up the islands, going across the Tobago, and then of course going abroad. Marketing and public relations. We have international booking agent. We also have here recording costs, which would include the studio, mixing and mastering. Part of recording costs would also include background vocalists, instrumentalists, etc., etc. Live performance costs, if you're going to perform in one of those soca competitions, calypso competition, if you're performing in a tent, if you're doing live shows, like going on the morning programs to sing before the news, or if you're doing like spots at fetes, bars, etc. And then if you decide you want to be a promoter, the cost of event productions. So if you, like Stacey Sobers, host your own event, that comes with its cost. And then I've included something here that most artists in Trinidad don't think about, and that is insurance. So I've made sure to include these things because as somebody who is a line producer, but also an artist as well, I have the immense privilege of seeing it from both sides. And so even though I left my notebook at home, these are the things I remembered off top of what I had written down in it as to being the real costs of being an artist. And I'm sure as we go through this evening, more things will come up. And I'm sure that you guys might have some ideas in your mind that may fit into one or more of these categories. So this is our main focus this evening, right?
As the questions come, write it because it's going to move pretty quick. So, we can also keep track throughout the comment section.
As we go. All right, we can move this, yes. But we could put it here so we could see it.
Oh, right, okay.
We could see and we could, make little notes. So I want to start off, since we're talking about this 27-year-old, I'm guessing she's doing her own management since she knew.
Yeah, she just wake up, with her dream saying, "Girl, go sing."
Now, we have had the conversation, you and I, Gerelle, of what it means to be a manager of an artist and the fact that a lot of the managers in the space are not, in fact, managers, but really booking agents. And to manage an artist is very difficult, very hard. And management companies in the UK, the US, and even in Africa, and in India to some extent as well, because they have a massive Bollywood industry. As well as, now more so Korea. South Korea with this K-pop bacchanal, which they've something wrong with us. Yeah, this thing like it mash up.
The mic has on up.
Yeah, boy, problems. Because it's so low. Anyway, this K-pop that they have been literally developing for 20 plus years, is a $1 billion industry. They have different departments for booking and management because it is two different things. And so I want you as an artist who has been managed, as well as a kind of a manager, to share the difference with our audience. And maybe walk us through what it costs to have a manager.
Essentially, artists need to start seeing themselves as a child all over again, who gonna need a parent. You see that relationship between parent and child? That's how you as an artist should see yourself. And it's not in the sense of trying to lose your independence, but rather it's so that you can focus on your role and your job as an artist, because your artistry is connected to your physical, not just your body physical, but your mental, your emotion. All of those things are connected to your art. If you are to perform and be the epitome of a great artist, or be a GOAT, greatest of all time, you really have to focus on your craft. So if the child / artist is focusing on their craft, the parent does everything else. Deal with the mental health, think everything a step ahead. So those of you who are parents, you know exactly what I mean by that. You know the child has school tomorrow, but you have to think ahead of all the other things that is required to prepare for that trip. The booking agent is really admin. It's really the people who take any calls, who deal with all the paperwork, who deal with the emails, while the parent running up and down doing the things. I guess it really is a parenting situation where you have a mother and a father, and you just split the responsibilities in two. If you're looking at that parenting scenario, most times, and it is not, I'm not saying that this is how it should be, you trad folks. Most times, the mother will deal with the nurturing elements of the child, and the father deal with the providing, and so it's like that, getting the money, getting the dust, like da. One person doing the both role, as we already know, being a single parent, is challenging. Yeah. And so to be a manager is to understand that you are to be taking care of an individual as if they are your child. And that includes the very small details of how that artist eats, when they eat, how they eat, supporting the lifestyle that fuels the scheduling for the day that would have been created or shaped by the booking agent. So you see where the two parents would have had the conversation, and that business is not the business of the child. But before you can get to that place between the booking agent and the manager, before you can get to that place of making these decisions, as an artist, you get, which is different from the parent-child relationship, you have to choose wisely who your management team shall be. If you are going into a meeting with somebody who says, I want to be your manager, you do not go into that meeting without knowing what type of artist you want to be. If not, you're going to go into the meetings and have all these, you're going to go into the meeting like a lump of clay and have these people mold you. A lot of people have lost themselves. That's why it does end up in a Diddy party. That's why it does end up in the positions Cassie in. That's the international comparison. That's why it does end up in the positions of, I'll word it like this, for legal reasons. Where are most of the female artists now? Those who start off strong and then they disappear. Completely. Not interested in the entertainment at all. Right? That's why it does end up there. Because you went into it seeing the end results of your name in bright lights and everybody liking you and knowing you and, whatnot. And then there's a huge gap in between that and very detailed things of you knowing yourself. Now, if you're getting into this as an artist who does not know anything, that can seem overwhelming. So a big part of, before you step into these manager meetings or potential manager meetings, is to know to yourself, one, you really have to know a fair enough sense of your character, the type of person and type of artist you want to be or want to become. Even if you just vaguely have a sense of it and you're seeking the information, you as the individual still need to be aware throughout your journey with the management. So that when things start to get chaotic and it becomes, whoa, I don't know what's going on here, then you could know, hit brakes, jump out of this vehicle with this management team. I could say this because she said it in an interview with us. Queen Omega, in the interview with us, she said that. She said she had management in the past and she wasn't getting anywhere. And she was, with these people for years. I taken an interview with Crazy, which was like 10 years ago. You could find an interview on YouTube, OMG Magazine. And in that interview, when he was asked what are some of the challenges in the industry, he said management. Because people get into conversations. What's going to happen? I have been in those meetings. I've been invited into those meetings. They see you as a product to sell. They see you not as a human, as something I can sell to make money off of. Understand also, because the character that we created is a female character, right? The industry is male dominated. I'm saying that with highlights, underline, circle, arrows with neon signs. It heavy male domination. These niggas don't give a fuck about you. You are just a product I can sell until you are old and tired and can be replaced. And that's not me wording that. I have heard men. I have received calls like that as well too. Some years ago. Because if I say my youth, in my auntie era, thriving. In my youth, I have received calls to join soca bands because they wanted to replace the female vocalist. And I have been told words like, well, she tired and wash out now. Now, what I heard is, what if you could say that about an artist who you're currently earning off of? Then it's only a matter of time for me. I'll mirror that to promo girls. All these young ladies, because you're young, your body nice now, but you're going to age. And the industry will just replace you.
And then they just end up being on TV with microphones. Get out of here.
Wait, what are you saying? I on TV with microphones?
No. Oh, with no training, they just come. With no training, they just reach. all the time you was carrying bottles with all the bamsi outside. Now you want to tell people about the pulse of culture. Kill if I don't go from here. Go away.
Right. So, management and booking agents. The booking agents, so we understand. I feel like we're clear enough on the management part, right? The booking agents, so somebody had to be in front of that computer all the time. You see, they having to send invoices and quotations, the checking of the emails, the sending out of riders, the asking the important questions about the events, about the brands that are reaching out to you, because not every brand you want to associate with. But you have to know what is the brand that you are shaping. So when you're going into these meetings with people who would like to manage you, from my experience, let me tell you how the audacity of this experience. I was invited to a lunch with a gentleman who is no longer, obviously, managing in the industry. He saw one of my shows and insists on having a meeting with me about management. I got there to the lunch at Movie Town, and he immediately began talking about all the things he can do for me. That went on for about 30 to 45 minutes of a conversation, and he said, and I said nothing. I was just listening. And then he's like, but what do you think? That was the first time I was allowed to speak, and I said, you haven't asked me what I wanted yet. And we now meet. That is the kind of things you're going to run into. This man just assumed because he saw a talent, a very strong talent at that, and didn't realize that I have background training from since I'm in kindergarten in 3 fields. So what you see is a product of that, which means I've been trained, I've been studied, which means I have a sense of what I'm working towards. So you didn't think at some point to ask me, well, what is you working towards? If you don't know as an artist, somebody else will know for you, which in itself is a personal lesson. If you don't know yourself, somebody else will define you. It works the exact same way, and it is harder is not the word. It's a different kind of pressure when you are female in the industry. The boys, it's harder to identify because it's male dominated, they take you in. And the more we can get you to conform is the word, Tyker. To conform into the male culture of the industry, because there is a male culture, secret male culture in the industry. I'll give you another experience I've had. I had I don't have to go to the person, an acquaintance, somebody in the industry who sent me some messages and was like, yo, I just reaching out to say I'm real proud to know you, and I was like, what does that mean? He said, I end up we was in the studio and a kind of meeting, well, not really meeting, but you know how talk does go now, boy. And it was a room full of men, and they were talking about women in the industry. And when they got to me and my name, all the conversation around me and my name was favorable, and he felt proud. He then continued to say, but of course, I can't tell you what was discussed. So why are we even having this conversation? I'm supposed to feel like, oh, that's great news for me. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? You are literally telling
me. I'm sure it's really boiled down to you're professional. You treat everybody on an equal basis, and you never slept with none of them.
And yeah, Shannon.
Just chiming in real quick.
Sure.
As Tyker brought that up, I remember being 18 years old at Max, and that time I used to work in a music school. Before I get through with this lovely job that I have now. And
wow,
we used to do karaoke and thing. And in this karaoke, I was approached by somebody. He said he was a producer, but at the time I was young, so I didn't know he was posing.
Yeah.
Right? And he said he have access to this studio and thing to bright-eyed and oh my gosh, for real? Me who was just only singing Irreplaceable.
Which is the immediate thing they do, they sell you all the pretty things.
Yeah, and then remember them time I in church heavy, so I don't know nothing about outside.
Name dropping.
Remember I don't know nothing about outside because I in church heavy them times.
Yes, Shannon.
Organize a meeting and it's because he let me know what he could do for me was what I willing to do for him. And I was like, nothing.
Tell us all last time.
I'm not gonna do nothing. He's like, but you will never take off and they don't have size there already. If thing.
All of a sudden she fat.
Right?
She wasn't fat all the time.
No.
I was like, well, it's okay. If it's for me, I will get you. And if it's not for me, well then I go sell doubles or plant peas or something. It's fine.
Peas and tobacco.
Yeah.
And then about a month later, I saw he was moving with somebody else who was apparently getting through another female. And I was like, well, I know what she do
to get through. My grandmother ever saying, don't watch what people have here. Don't know if they pull the devil tail to get it, right?
I can say that about many of the females.
Tale as old as time.
And some of the men too, eh?
It was about to get into that. Do not watch these. Again, Diddy is a perfect example. The Diddian exists. Look at me. The Diddian exists in Trinidad.
If we could have called names, we would have.
But we want to have other episodes, right? And are already in our lawsuit. So, understand that when it comes to male artists and young male artists, it is important for you to be a part of the fold because you have to keep the secrets. When you don't, the same thing will happen to you. And just in the case of Diddy, notice the men whose names are calling now and how people was very tight-lipped. All of a sudden, a lot of people who were part of the Diddy parties at Cat Williams say, you just had a no to tell Diddy no. Right?
And a lot of people don't say no because they figure that if they say yes and they go along with it, or they are silent and their silence is equals their complicitness in it all, that they will get through by extension.
Yeah.
It will the goodness will trickle down to them. No pun intended.
And now the joke. I tell her she should be a rapper, New wordings around hiding that now is the diminishing of a soca mafia or mafia or industry mafia on a whole.
And I just watch every time when it is said, I just watch who does clamp it down.
Notice, pay attention. And back
And who does want to make bad joke and bad skylark and make video and say, aren't we a part of a soca mafia? I thought we're not supposed to be together. Don't let them see we in the video together. And we part of a soca mafia?
The enemy of my enemy
is my
friend. Right? Understand the industry that you're getting into. So when you're looking for management, and you are going to need management, there's no if, buts, or maybe. Though it sounds scary, and the reality is, it is. To get into the entertainment industry, you had to be tough. It's no dog. There's I'm too cute for. You had to have clothes. The other side of choosing wrong management, so that's where it can be physically dangerous to you, and in some, not some, but if spiritually as well, holistically dangerous, the financial dangers. We have been warned about the financial dangers for years. TLC, tell us about it. You sell out the most set of albums, you're at the top of the charts, you're winning awards, and your bank account is zero.
Empty. Yeah, I just added to the listing here, legal and contract understanding. I added styling and wardrobe. I added brand development. And under public relations, I put media training.
Right? We'll put back up the board just now so you can see all the details of that. I hope we're clear on the importance of management, the difference between management and bookings, and the importance of having a management team. As an artist, I'm telling you, it is not possible for you to do it all on your own. The other dangers of it, and I will say this, and you could quote me for saying this, which is a common practice for the lower class artists, i.e. the Trinidad or Zest artists, is where they use Gerelle to do all the running arounds for them.
But that's not, no, not just them. This is all artists in Trinidad.
Sure. But the lower class ones who just financing on a whole is difficult. You always know a girl who willing to do it for you. Right? And so what end up happening is that these artists, when they're now starting off, because they know they don't have the funding for it, but they had the charm. Oh, I had to get this done. I had to move this blue marker to the right side. Move that for me now, please. Thanks. And so every time something comes, you just delegate to people, but then these people start to fall off. So then you had to look for other people. I remember Jelano had a big breakthrough during the pandemic. And then there was an issue with the people who was handling his affairs because he was up on streaming, but he himself was not earning it. So you see the ownership part of it. Before you even jump out, one of the things you kick to do is to put out content and put out things, and because you're excited to think. Zero protection, no understanding of how rights work. Because you pick up the pen and write the song does not mean you own it. That's why artists literally lose their lives for this. Prince, Michael, when they try to own masters. When Rihanna owned her masters, you see the bacchanal. Even here in the local soca artists, I don't know how many of you all remember when Fayan won Soca Monarch. And she and the producers and them had a falling out.
Denise Plummer and how we name?
Denise Plummer and who? See? Ownership out the gate, which is why the contract part of it come in. And you as the artist can't do all of that. So you have to be very, very careful about who you choose to be part of your management team to handle your affairs.
Yeah.
I hope I'm clear on management and bookings there.
I hope so too. Big up Red in the comments.
Yeah, boy.
Gang. Hear this now, Ole. I'm putting up this just now. But I also want to make it known that, yes, Forbes say what management is supposed to. And part of that as well, too, is making sure that the mental health and welfare of your artists is taken care of. That includes making sure you're going to the gym. Making sure you're eating properly. Making sure that you're showing up to studio when you're supposed to show up. Making sure that you're working with the right people in the right places.
Who are aligned to the brand that you are working towards.
Which is why your manager needs to know what you're trying to do with yourself and your brand development.
So, I seen it. So I taking responsibility for this statement, right? I have issues, or I had an issue. No, I have an issue when a certain soca artist recently who has changed genres temporarily, I believe, say, I never wanted to put my boomsy outside.
Who said that?
Decades later,
You serious?
decades
You're
later,
lying.
you literally have songs about Mabumsi. And
I
then
would never believe
saying
that.
and said in an interview,
With who?
now that we find Jesus, of course, that I never wanted to put Mabumsi outside.
Who was interviewing the person?
Miss Lady, leave me alone, please.
Party.
Decades later,
Who was interviewing?
decades later, you have to know the brand you are trying to build.
Well, anyway, let me wash my mouth.
Good.
I have court clothes, but I'm not in the mood.
Good. Let's move on. We put them back up the board. We establish management because you can't do it by yourself. That's the first thing first.
Right. So, oh gosh, microphone. So I've added things. I added brand development and ownership. I added media training here. I just put up on the board intellectual property as well. And of course, that ties into legal and contract understanding as well. Who owns what? Who owns what? Because, you know, you go on the studio, you record the thing, but who it belong to? You hire the photographer to take the pictures, but who pictures it is, you know?
We
These
ran
kind
into
of
that
things.
with Uncle Leroy.
Yeah.
Not Leroy.
Callis.
Uncle Roy.
Is Leroy Callis?
I was thinking Leroy Clark, sorry.
Yeah, no.
Leroy
Black
Callis.
styling.
Black.
Styling and wardrobe as well on the board now.
No, Roy Keith. Sorry, go ahead.
Not Roy Keefe. It was Leroy Callis, the black styling. Because it's Patsy did put up the picture. And he tells you to take it down and send her a cease and desist. And she say, but I'm my husband. So I keep it posted and trouble in paradise. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that is where I have many a grouse with the copyright organization of Trinidad and Tobago and the Tobago Unified Calypsonians organization. He's supposed to be informing your membership of how these things work. But that's why
Them
the
know?
Jammettes are here.
Them no. Anyhow, do your work, Jamet. Do your work.
This is why we are here.
Here.
So management costs, I believe, can vary because that, of course, would depend on what your budget is and what your vision for your brand is. When we get into legal and contract understanding as well, too, when you're signing with this management, is how long is the contract for? Is it seasonal? Is it for a year? Is it 6 months? Is it 8 months?
Let
Is
me
it
just
2 years?
slide this down about that point. And I want to stress this, right? This is not like when you download an app and you just scroll along the thing and hit I agree and just go, right? There's one particular word. I'm putting this out for everybody. You see that P word? Avoid it. Avoid it. I could say this because this is my business. This particular show, when we first saw the contract for rights of this show,
On another station.
that P word came up. I said, girl, let's go through my contract. I love to renegotiate because you're not going to catch me, right? And I understand because of my media experience as well as my performing experience, I have a fair enough idea of both sides, right? That perpetuity word means forever. Most times in contracts, that P word is there. If you are signing a document, make sure you know when the agreement starts and put an expiration date. If somebody, for example, want to lease some of your work, right? Put when it starts and when it ends. Avoid at all costs the P word. Why this is important? Because right now, your work may not have value, but art never expires. And your estate and your legacy can earn off of this in the future. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years from now. Right? The British Museum is filled with other people things. And the people who would have created those works, not alive. But there's value. Art does not expire. So do not sign over any aspect of your creation or performance or anything for nothing. That P word, avoid it. Renegotiate immediately. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I also feel as though you don't have any excuse anymore. I used to say, well, if you don't have a lawyer wrong, get one, pay for one thing. Google is your friend.
Yeah.
It is as simple as typing in keywords and phrases that you don't understand
And try to
into
understand.
the internet and getting the thing to tell you what something means.
And don't be afraid to ask when you're in these meetings.
Yeah, and also, if you don't have a lawyer around, it's okay. You could also ask if you have a friend, if you have an auntie, somebody who you trust, who might be able to give it a once over. Very recently, a colleague of mine reached out and was like, hey, can you read over this contract for me? I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And I read it. I was like, oh, this is not a contract for you. This is a this is a social media influencer contract. This is not like they copy and paste this and send it to you. You need to alert them that you will not be signing this. And I also will not be putting my signature on nothing when this does not relate directly to the work that you would be putting yourself to be doing. This is literally not for you. You're not doing the same thing that the social media influencers are doing in this project, and so this is not for you. So
I think a lot of corporate jobs are doing that now too. You see, we seeing available job for hire, position to fill vacancies, whatnot. And then when you read down what the job is really the roles about three, four
people
in one.
And it's like, whoa, no way you could be asking me to be doing all of this. You want me to come and work in the store, but you want me to be available to make videos? That's crazy. No. And lots of the stores now expecting staff to do social media content.
No.
That's crazy. I'm not working in the shoe store and doing online content. You have to pay me extra for that.
That's a job.
That's a
totally different
job. So
right now, I had a conversation recently with an artist. They asked me to host the event, and a lot of people actually try to put me in this position. If anybody pay attention to my social media, I don't invest in social media building. I used to. This new account, nah, right? As far as any sellable aspect of my socials is my stories. That for me gets the most amount of views, and that's what I actually invest as and put content into. And the reason for this, an artist tried to wanted to include me on the flyer as a collaborator, which means it's going to come up on my main profile. If you go to my main profile, you see I'll have a handful of posts. I can't even remember the last time I posted on that. Could have been a year or two ago. A handful of posts, because as far as I'm concerned, any spot that is on there is spot to be paid. You have hired me to host your event for 4 or 5 hours. That's it. You are not paying me. I'm giving you permission to put my name and my image on the flyer. Sure, you're welcome to do that, because I have agreed to do this show. Yeah. And if for some instance people knowing that I'm the one going to host it, and that makes them want to attend the show even more, maybe they're not a fan of me and be like, that might be the reason they don't want to do the show. Well, I apologize. But to say that you're going to come onto because social media is an industry of its own. Pay attention to the international artists. They may be booked for your country, but you're not going to see them putting that flyer up on their socials. What goes up is the tour dates for the shows that they are producing. You are not paying for that. You're not paying for that place on my socials. That's a business. They try to blur the lines with social media. A lot of corporate, I've lost corporate jobs locally for hosting because I don't have enough following, not based off of what they expect me to do. I'm very much competent to do the job, but they want me to post on social. You're not paying me for that. And if that's the conversation we're having, understand that I will invoice you close to what the value of that social media industry is. So even as an artist, you have to be mindful that every act you make, everything you do is its separate industry, right? You have a lot of female artists, they're quick to go and do photo shoots, quick to post up. You're going to get 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, 15,000 likes. Set our comments, looking good.
Heart emoji.
But then the
Flames
streaming is
emoji.
5 views. 5 people actually listen to the song. Use
2 people remember it next year.
use a promo girl. And if you're a promo girl, you should be paid. If you're gaping here, then you should be paid. OnlyFans pays way more. And you're doing it for free. And trying to be an artist is this expensive? Bitch, you better charge them for everything. Don't play with yourself like that at all. Pause.
Meow.
Don't play with yourself like that at all. Pause. Big pause. Right? Do not underestimate any aspect of this. There's a point I wanted to make about the legal part, and I really want to stress this. There are a lot of people who don't want their children nowhere near the entertainment industry because it is a struggling industry. Still developing is really what it is. And because of the toxicities of it, we stay struggling, right? Or they're still collecting $500 to do big work. Digress. You encourage your children to be lawyers, doctors. I want to lean on the lawyer aspect. For a country that has so many cultural art forms, so many entertainment industries that make up the entire thing. Just look at Carnival alone. We have a handful of entertainment lawyers. I absolutely hate, well, we had to double check that now, but I absolutely hate, I gave them the benefit of the doubt. Every time the graduation or passing the bar comes around every year, and it's a bangolation of criminal lawyers, yet crime is waiters, digress. Cases are waiters, digress. The jails are waiters, digress. And then everybody end up working for a law firm, so you're still not doing anything. Because when you ask people before, why you wanted to be a lawyer? Because I want to make a change in my community. Right? And you end up working for a legal firm, and in your contract, you cannot do any independent work. How'd that work out for you?
Well, good. They get a salary.
And you get a salary.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's not about service. It's about a salary.
There you go. So if you are exploring potential careers, supply and demand, there is as of right now, 2025, in Trinidad and Tobago, there's a large demand for entertainment lawyers.
Yeah, entertainment lawyers, including contract law. And also too, I mean, Forbes don't really think it in terms of what the industry is. The industry is made up of performers. You have dancers, you have singers, you have producers, you have writers, you have all the song men. These men
engineers,
who does hook up all the things, the men who does carry and wrap cable and all of this. You have the fellows who's put up scaffolding and
the
trussing,
technicians for
all the
those
technicians,
equipments and things.
The porta potty people, like literally you have all these different aspects. You have designers,
stylists,
all these things. So I'm saying that based on the amount of
I am surprised you all ain't encouraging your children. I've been gasted for years that you're not encouraging your children to study entertainment law in Trinidad and Tobago.
It's free range.
Outside of the natural gas that this country's wealth leans on, if the gas run out, we are set to be even more successful, I believe, with our culture alone.
Yeah. Literally, they can make bank. Like, they can make more
Brazil
money.
does do it.
They can make more money
The same
representing artists than
Rio
representing
Carnival does
criminals.
like to think they does do it.
Yeah.
And they have the lawyers that help protect it too. And then now we have the challenge where you have other countries doing or attempting to do our carnivals, and you see how that does end. So far, every time at the end of the carnivals, is always a bacchanal. Where are the lawyers? Where are the lawyers? Sue men. Go for your things.
No, I wouldn't say.
Right. So, Tyker, let's go on.
Because listen to me. I know too much. I know too much. We're talking about performance training there, and I put formal and informal because you might be sitting down in a bar or hanging out in a space where you end up learning something or getting some skills that you may not necessarily get at university level. And based on the condition and the state of our universities, we more than likely it makes more sense to learn from your elders by going and engaging with them on the ground than paying all them hundreds of thousands of dollars for nothing. And you can quote me on that.
Yeah, let me elaborate on that. Because I stopped my university education because of this point. Tyker and I are unique cases. Out the gate, we're gonna say that. Tyker and I have been students of the multiple local art forms, as well as working in these industries since we were children, right? And a big part of that early stage is what is bracketed as paying your dues. It's an important stage, but it's also a stage that can be manipulated. Exploited is the word. Exploited. So that's another conversation, right? What were you talking about?
Talking about
Universities.
yeah.
When I was doing my certificate at UE and preparing to go into the degree, I had a conversation. I was also working in real time in the theater world, as well as teaching. While at UE, I was winning competitions with bands that I was teaching. I was doing plays with Raymond Chukong and Penny and Day. I was working and doing school at the exact same time, right? And I can tell you what you learn in the classroom and what the real working industry is like. It's two different things. I don't know what the classroom does be preparing you for. Because as I got older and I learned even the international cultures is not really what the classroom was teaching either. And so because of my working experience, and I think for Tyker as well, because of our working experience and at such an early age, also, the people who you're learning about in the books is the people you could directly talk to. You could directly build and you get so much more information working alongside them or just being in the same spaces with them. It's only when you're reaching the class, I know this one. I know. Okay, so for example, Ray Holman. I did not know Ray Holman. I learned about Ray Holman in one of my courses at UE, right? And one day I got a voicemail from the very man asking to book me to be his vocalist for his band. That was the start of my relationship with Ray Holman. And to this day, he is still a close elder to me. Which is how, having to work with Ray on stage, work with him as a musician, be a student alongside him in his home. I could call Ray now and come, hey, Gerelle, I want you to come over. You get that kind of relationship versus whatever you could get out of university. To even get to the place which we didn't cater for, to have to do a documentary on the man. No university could give me the information I get about Ray Holman and the experience I get about Ray Holman than being on the ground in real time. In real time. Don't let the university narrative fool you. You could learn so much more by just working alongside those who've been doing it. That time of paying in your dues, that time when you're now starting off as an artist, see yourself as a student. You should be hungry to learn. So learn from anybody and everybody who actively doing this stuff. Not those who are popular, not those who name, flashing in lights. Them is not the ones who you're supposed to be learning from. Yeah?
Yes. And so formal training, of course, costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you leave Trinidad and you go up outside, of course, that also has costs attached as well. Like, say for example, you want to go to NYU. I mean, the minimum cost of NYU now is 250,000 USD, I think, for a semester. So, yeah. Or if you want to go to, gosh, what's the name of the school Ray went to? Oh, geez, and same school Amy Winehouse went to, and a lot of those British songstresses. No, it's not Berkeley. Berkeley is in England.
I have a few.
USC Berkeley, yes, but also there's one in England and London where all of them just go. It's like a school that is just music and art and all these different things. You know the one, man.
I know the one.
Yeah. That's
right now.
Yeah, that's. But a lot of the current girlies on the music scene actually went to that school, and in that school, no, not Berkeley is another one, but Berkeley is a very popular, but it's very expensive.
Very expensive.
Very expensive. A term 300,000 USD. Yeah. So of course that has its costs attached. Then where we going?
No, I want to still stick to the former because remember we have created a character before we started this class.
Yeah.
So our character had a dream, and now let's look at we're still on formal training, right? If a 27-year-old has decided to be a performing artist, performing artist, then the instrument in this case is the voice. So your first thing out the gate should be voice training.
Yeah.
I don't understand how the actual fuck, right? We have so many artists in this industry right now who have never done any kind of performance vocal training. A month worth of vocal training you can tell the difference between somebody who has done vocal training for a month versus somebody who has never done it. And let me break down why vocal training is important. There are different types of singing if you are going to be this type of artist. Studio singing is different from live performance singing. Live performance singing and studio singing is different from background vocal singing. And all of these things are different based off of the room that you are in. So if you are performing for a 10 to 50,000 audience space, that's a different voice placement than if you're performing in Cafe Blues. Which is a lounge.
150.
Right? 150, 200, closed environment. Each of these things require different placement of the voice and breath. Your instrument is not, the first part of your instrument is not the sound that comes out. The first part of your voice as an instrument is your breath.
Which is also tied into your body, i.e. your posture.
Yep. People will tell me how I have such I just laugh loud and big. Well, because the fact that I laughing, what the hell, why you want my laugh to be small, bitch?
Ladies, as we see, and not
heard, right? There's that. But there's also, when I was doing voice, and I was classically trained first, voice-wise, right? You learn, my teacher taught me that you're supposed to be laughing from your diaphragm. Now, when you are in the theater, they teach you out the gate difference between projection and shouting. Yesterday, I saw a video on social media from a soca artist singing, and I sent it to Shannon.
Shannon, just say who it is.
Right? And there were veins sticking out.
Yeah, boy.
I saw the video too.
Under pressure.
And I saw it, and I said I didn't want to say anything.
No, the breathing, I'm going to give you a quick one, right?
Also, the body was under pressure because they was leaning over.
And that's why, as the carnival season just keep your volume low. As the carnival season progress, 2-3 shows, and the artists only had no voice. So I need all you to sing with me. Sing with me. Why are you talking here? Only you say Forbes. Everybody does say Forbes loud. Yeah, but notice Forbes always has a voice. Which means Forbes know where to talk and sing from.
And you can't just put every and any dick in your mouth. Come on.
Because the health of your throat.
Come on, guys.
My throat good enough. I've had no formal complaints.
Any informal?
I had to say formal because man stink out here when they feeling certain they just go wrong and say things in our voice. So me know what the street's saying. But
also, what does Cardi B say? You cannot eat mac and cheese and gyro and all these things. And then you ain't brush your teeth, but you have an oral sex.
You see the pH, the health of your voice is important. So and then you use a smoker.
I'm not just smoking cigarettes, I'm smoking weed, smoking hemp.
But your throat, your lungs, and all these things is the instrument that earning you money. Beyonce would never. Beyonce would never.
No, I don't even say Beyonce because Sade would never.
Celine Dion is the epitome of vocal discipline that I have ever seen. She literally does not speak.
Yeah.
She does not speak. She don't do interviews. She's very selective about the interviews that she do. Well, this is when she was in her, because the more rest, what the voice needs is sleep and hydration. When I go backstage for these events and things because there's too much public masturbation. Well, that too, but the public all they're just joking off each other egos. I can't deal, right? Because why all they with a cup in all your hand?
And you're going on stage and it's ice they're drinking and all.
Not just the ice, alcohol.
No, nothing.
Alcohol dries up the vocal cords.
Yeah.
It also dehydrates the body. Soca and calypso demand stamina.
They smoke heavy.
You're
taking alcohol.
Your management has been booking 10 events for you in one day.
Yeah. You're going 3 schools. You're leaving the 3 schools. You're going to a sunset event. You're going to a boat ride. You're coming back off the boat ride. You have an event in Shogunas, one in South, and then you have one in Mocha. All in one day. To wake up, to reach home 3 o'clock in the morning. To wake up, to go in the
morning show because you have an interview.
Interview on the TV or
and
in
the interview the way you sing too.
Yeah, the way you sing in the interview. You're leaving there, you're going in the next school to perform in a bazaar, carnival bazaar. But all in all, the industry is very unsustainable. Forbes, we've spoken about this. Like, it's crazy. No soca artist has a sustainable career because they do not get a chance to rest and they also do not get a chance to live life. That's why all the music is shit. And I said what I said.
Yeah, because where are you writing from? You're faking it. But we're not talking about the writing right now. We're talking about the instrument, right? So the formal...
We'll get to there.
I always advise artists. I've sent reggae artists, ballad singing artists, R&B artists, soca artists. I have sent them all. Do classical voice training for at least 1 month. If you could commit to 3 or 6 months, do it. Watch now. The progress you can make in just 1 month as a classical 1 hour classical training, and that's all you need. You're paying for an hour, right? An hour session. When I was doing it, I started off at like $140 an hour, and as I progressed, it got to like almost $200 an hour, right? You would leave that hour session and your obliques hurting. Not your voice, not your throat hole, your sides hurting you, right? And part of classical training, why classical? Because you get to also work on diction and where you're sending the air. So classical will force you to learn German. I have and can sing German, French, Portuguese, Spanish. Because for each of these languages, the pronunciations are different and you have to send the breath in a different part of between that whole nasal passage there, it travels differently. You have to learn how to soften your palate, how to release, what type of sound you want to create, especially if you want to be a studio singer or any kind of recording artist or live performance, as long as you're singing on a mic. Pause. Right? Because sometimes you're going to need belting voice versus a wispy voice or airy voice, right? You can find a lot of these things that a lot of YouTubers are doing, vocal YouTubers are doing it, the different styles of singing. If you search that on YouTube, you'll get a list of it. So I don't have to do it and I don't have to share. We could keep the time, right?
Yeah, there's a lady called Miss Porter. She is very good. She sings Italian opera. She's a black lady from America. She's on Broadway now, doing work. Glenda Collins, Candace and Aaron Eiffel on YouTube.
June Nathaniel. This is usually who I send people to first before you go by Glenda.
Let me put on June name here.
June Nathaniel, Auntie June is likely very much still with the Marionettes Choral.
Yes.
June Nathaniel is who I did my classical training with before I got to Glenda Collins. Not that Glenda cannot teach it, but here's what I think Glenda's strength really is for our artists. Auntie June will directly teach you your instrument and yourself, to you and your body. The relationship between your unique body and your unique instrument. What Glenda does is teach you how to take that instrument and now find your voice on stage. I was doing training with Auntie June for a while, competing and, we were doing stuff, right? I cried after doing a workshop with Glenda. And I heard my voice in full capacity for the first time. I did not know the song that I was saying. It was not from the person I was saying. It was not familiar, and it shocked me to the point of tears. See, that experience, I have heard a lot of vocalists, trained vocalists, said they've had that experience the day they first heard their voice. You learn your instrument first, and then you learn your instrument in a performing platform. Glenda Collins is musical theater trained. Musical theater is the epitome of voice performance. Epitome. There's no level above that. There's no level above that. Broadway standard is the standard. If you want to be a vocal goat, pause, aim for Broadway training. Broadway. Right. Okay. Cool. Right? So that is formal training for the voice for our imaginary character that she can start where she doesn't have to do the university expense.
And she works in the government, so hopefully she's saving her money in the credit union so she can afford to go to the class, which may or may not cost, I think, about $600 to $800. Yeah. Yes. I'm
gonna bring in Shannon here because Shannon is also a professional voice talent. Anything we miss out with regards to the instrument and the voice, or anything you want to add?
You have to steam.
But I was going to say, general health, people don't drink water.
The soft drink.
People drinking sodas and having popcorn and nuts.
Wait, I can't eat popcorn?
The little flakes, especially for now developing voice, it is trapped in the throat. You want to keep your passage as clear, as lubricated as possible.
But I love popcorn for my fiber.
Well, sure, so you have popcorn.
For my gut health.
Don't have it close up forward.
Okay.
And then also there are things you will do because your throat needs to be properly lubricated. And I know this part of it is going to get this. So this whole section, insert large pause, right? One of the things I used to do every morning, especially when I was on my voice a lot because of school and working and teaching especially does put a lot of pressure on your voice. Oil, you coat the voice with oil in the morning. I hate hot beverages.
What do you mean by oil? Like car oil? What kind of oil? Vegetable oil? What kind of oil?
Olive oil is what I used to use.
Right.
Right?
Olive oil. Mm-hmm.
I've heard people use coconut oil as well. The general health of your mouth, which, fun fact, is attached to the health of your gut. So you see how if your physical body is the instrument, how deep we go in, right? Pause.
Health will go a long way.
Broad pause. Right? Yeah.
Coconut oil or what kind of oil? Olive oil?
Olive oil. So you just put in like a spoon, but this is what I used to do. Poison up, like when I wake up in the morning, after you brush your mouth and whatnot, a spoon, and because I hear the taste of it, I used to use it back on my throat.
What about castor oil?
Castor oil will have your shit in, girl.
Okay.
I mean, it will do what it will do, but it will do what it will do.
It will do a lot of other things too.
Okay.
Right? So I wouldn't advise castor oil.
So a hot beverage.
Have a tea. No, there are specific
No
teas.
milk.
No milk. Milk feeds mucus. Dr. Sebi tried to warn me.
But I love a milk.
There are some teas that specifically work to clear out the voice and the passage. So you have mullein leaf is a very good one.
How do you spell that?
Mulien.
Muelin.
What you say?
Mue. Right. Mullein leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
But you know your regular Liptons and them thing will work. Ginger, honey based things. Lemongrass is a nice one.
No.
Not
And matcha is a
not-
shortage, so you're not even getting real matcha. Also, drinking too much matcha will
thin your
disrupt your iron in your body.
And you
Cut it
need
out.
the iron because you're going to need the stamina and the endurance to perform. Or else you'll be
Right.
fainting. Again,
Eat some
from
liver.
experience.
Anyway, but if she's a vegetarian, anyway, she can eat quinoa and chana.
Well, as we reach in the eating, let's reach the eating. Shannon,
So this
I'm
is in
so
the morning.
sorry.
You have to do a hot tea.
You should be drinking tea all throughout the day
Right.
and water. Water is the best thing. Coconut water is good too for the electrolytes, blah blah. But especially if you're now developing the voice, yeah,
Regular water.
drink. Hydration is important. You want the throat hole to be hydrated and properly well lubed.
Hydration will come from your food too, because if it's a fresh
Cucumber, watermelon.
Melons.
Okay.
Observe with me, I'm at my best in citrus season.
Yes.
See Portugal, orange, pink grapefruit. Great.
I love doing a citrus shot, lemon, lime, ginger. I usually juice because it's going to get all that mucus out your body, baby. Every morning, take that shot, live your life. Apple cider vinegar is also really good. And I'm going to give you a quick tip with regards to the apple cider vinegar. When you are going in studio to record, right? And I apologize in advance for the sound you're about to hear. When we're recording and you get this, in between while you're speaking and singing, there's a chemical in apples. So before, and I learned this from an engineer. I think was it Dre? It could have been Dre. Before you go and do a studio session, before you record on your own personal studio setup, eat an apple. It removes the over saliva in your mouth. So everything in between is, and because you was doing your vocal training, you'll know how to breathe properly. So you don't always get in between the gas of the air that happening inside of there because you're trying to seal a breath quick. Yeah? Other things to develop if it is breathing is a factor. Your lungs health. The health of your lungs. Exercises that you do. Yes, you inhale through your nose, expand through the diaphragm. I teach my children how to breathe or deep breathing properly with balloons. So if you take a balloon, we actually do breathe correctly when we are about to blow a balloon. We naturally breathe shallow. And if you practice deep breathing more often, just as a human, you expand your life as well, right? But when you're doing the deep breathing, it's not just inhale, hold for 10, exhale for 12 and 15. You strengthen your lungs, if you can inhale slowly.
Or
More
do the
tips.
sharp breaths too.
Yes. So actually, a lot of Buddhist practices, I'm glad that Tyker is, because Tyker is a Buddhist, so that's what triggered for me. But a lot of meditation, breathing, because you, with the meditation, practices from Buddhists especially, you have to focus so much that you could feel your breathing with your eyes closed and the hyper focus. Yeah? You have to learn your body as a voice talent. Don't play. Then there's the stamina for performance. We used to run and sing.
Big up 5-star key.
We used to be in plank position singing. The health of your core is, let me tell you, some of the best vocal work I have ever done was after doing a training exercise. After doing stick fight or CrossFit or a gym workout, and then do your vocal training. Oh, child. Because the body is warm, the lungs warm, the everything warm, so your voice good to go. Yeah?
So going to the gym, exercising, joining a yoga class, doing Pilates.
Yes, stretching is a really good benefit as well.
Doing, what is called this thing? Swimming also assists as well too. And then we'll just run in your savannas wherever you are, whether she from Tongue, so she could go Queen's Park, she could do, not King George, oh gosh, Nelson Mandela Park, these little things, walk to and fro.
Do your power walks with your headphones on. I still do it to this day. If you see me walking around with my headphones in and you see me singing and people just watch me like I'm mad. Mind your fucking business. I's a working talent out here. I's a professional. You understand? That my voice is weight is out here in these streets and I could chat, because you had to put in the work. You had to put in the work. You had to put in the training. Yeah? So these are some of the informal training, because the character that we have, she ain't having it like that. You understand what I mean? If your management does not understand this, don't do no business with them.
And we should put out a disclaimer saying we have no interest in managing any artists.
Okay, please. Right? Wherever you get here, take.
What else we have on this list here to go through? Shannon.
Oh, pick one.
Pick one.
We ain't talk about how somebody's be looking.
Or how the styling. Well, that definitely ties into your brand identity and therefore your brand development. So, this is a female artist, so they're going to want to put her in a bodysuit, a stockings, and a tall boots.
Because sex appeal.
And a weave, a colorful weave.
Like the starter pack, yes.
A bejeweled monokini, a Mickles tights, flesh tone, and a boots from Shuraholics with the coin purse on the side, and a pink wig down to the waist, a bust down with a big eyebrow and colorful eyelash.
And now you look like every other female artist in this space, and you are not memorable.
Yeah. I mean, you could throw in a cowboy hat for difference. Or you could do like rainbow. Rainbow. Or you could do pink. Or you could big up where you're from.
Right. So I would like to add to this point.
You could be the princess of Spain.
I would like she's the Princess Margaret. I would like to add to this point to our invisible character that we have created.
Yeah.
Do not be fooled. You don't have to invest in all these things. It's actually not as important as they would like to make it out to be. Because what happens, and I see it over and over with all these young artists, the biggest part of the budget is spent on image. And you're going to get the likes and nobody listens to the song. Right? There's that. Then there's the flip side of it. When you have bands and they have the token female artists in the band, And the management of the band or the band on a whole does not include in their budget, wardrobe, and styling, not just for the male artists, but for the female, not for the male members, but for the lone female member as well. That includes, and not limited to, the backstage requirement. Because I want you to not play yourself, right?
It have a toilet for you to use. Is there a dressing room? Does the dressing room have lights? Does the dressing room have a mirror? Is there tissue in the toilet? Is there running water? Is it clean? Are you gonna get plugs inside of there to be able to put on your flat iron? Or
Sanitary napkins.
do they have? Yes.
No, we don't give a fuck about that. We just need a token female artist to get the sex appeal attention on the band, but we cater in no way for her. That artist, this is what happens in the industry currently. Sorry, Tyker.
No, it's okay.
This is what happens currently in the industry. The artist becomes solely responsible for building their own styling team. And so that's how you end up having to find a wig girl, associate with a boutique so that they could dress you as your sponsor, and then know your social media platform, which is an earning platform, as we discussed previously, is an earning platform. You now have to use that platform to
promote
post your
other
sponsored
bands.
agreement with your boutique who is dressing you because the band didn't give a fuck, but they want you to come looking a certain way. When you don't come a certain way, behind your back, they will start paying attention to replace you. I am not asking you, I am telling you. That is the reality of the industry now and has been this way for a while.
Because the man could show up in jeans and a funny color jersey.
And that's not just for performing. It
It's for the
stretches all
band
the way in
too.
the media too. Ian Wallace, who does the weather, I remember when he had a conversation with me, he will walk past every day, see me in the makeup chair, getting ready to go on TV.
Same
and he's
jacket
like,
Ian
he
wears
said,
every
Gerelle,
day.
you wouldn't believe that since I've been working here over 10, and at the point in time it was over 10 years, I have worn the exact same jacket every night on the news for weather, and no one has ever questioned it.
How she named us wear a different outfit for the wedding?
But the females, or the women rather, have to have a different you don't let me see a reuse outfit. And you think the station providing wardrobe? No. You
that's
think
not
you're
even
getting
included
a
in your
wardrobe
salary.
salary and now coming to see is there a budget for that? No, you're required to do that yourself. I don't understand how there's this narrative that we copy from the US about male equal pay for men and women. I have been asking over and over for the evidence that says that exists in Trinidad and Tobago. Nobody has been able to provide that data for me. Right? But I'd also say that there should not be an equality between men and women because nobody does talk about the men's wear. Men could reuse clothes, nobody gives a fuck.
And
Women reuse.
Men just go in a different event. All them 7 events we talk about for the whole day. Them man and them in the same clothes from the morning till in the night. Them
You know what I hope you all paid attention to what Marshall did this season.
Oh, it was great.
The
Was
stylist, I gave the stylist, Tyker and I observed it. We gave the stylist credit.
He did it before. He did it the year when he had William? No, he had William this year.
What you mean?
William McIntosh
Oh,
was his stylist.
I thought it was a song. Sorry. What song is it?
That's crazy.
Sorry.
He had William kinda this year, but he did it before where he had the same outfit, just different colors. And he realized it worked for him. So he brought it back this year and he did it this year. The same outfit, just different colors for different events.
And
so
they
he
were
had the
usually
green
a
for the
set, a
army.
suit set.
Yeah. Yeah. Which
Which
makes
also
sense.
is cost effective for the stylists themselves. Getting
They
us.
don't have to be sourcing things from all these million places.
I could tell you, as an artist doing it yourself, it is so frustrating and so expensive.
The laundry bill alone.
It's expensive.
The laundry bill alone is
The
money.
best decision I have ever made for myself as a brand and for the team was finding a stylist to work with. I think part of why I don't like doing the dress up thing is because of the frustrations of me. It maybe, that may be part of why I don't give a fuck about it.
Yeah, when I had to find a shirt this year for a man, it was the most frustrating 2 days, and it was a lot. Anyway, 159. It was frustrating. It was so annoying. I was just
so
like,
many
pick a
things that I
fucking
wish
shirt.
I could tell all yeah.
It's too much to tell Jesus.
There's another thing too. Sometimes, as you was talking about, Ian was and music and thing. Fellas, weight could fluctuate.
Nobody cares a fuck.
But if you're over a 175, you're crossing that too.
I have been pregnant 3 times based off of what the public said. I trying to find the child support is why I trying to find. I want to know who is the man to get the child. I have been pregnant 3 times. I have been on maternity leave 3 times, says the public.
You're like pregnant right now. That's why I'm not posting.
Right?
That's crazy. Also, big up man like Dingers.
Why?
What Dingers is wear to go on stage?
I don't know.
A jeans. If he wear soft pants with Lucky and a t-shirt, he just come straight off the radio and go on stage.
Right. Actually,
He
you're right.
might-
He's usually very simple.
He might throw on a jacket if we're lucky, but halfway through he takes it off.
Right. And then again, that's you knowing your body too, because some guys just rare sweat, or some people on a whole, but just rare
Big
sweat.
up
One performance
Shalmash.
and you're out it. Yeah, he has admitted that he's rare
He
sweat.
commit to that bandana because he know the minute that he starts to perform, the minute he backstage,
And not
he
just-
sweat.
Not just the physical movement, but the stage lights.
Yeah.
Your stylist would understand certain things, should know certain things. So, for example, your stylist and glam team would understand things like normal makeup, stage makeup is 2 different things. Makeup for television is different from makeup for stage. So I'll prove a point. You exaggerate the makeup on for stage because it has to reach our audience at a distance, right? So the contour would be a lot heavier. Watching an actor up close is scary as fuck. Because everything is just so pronounced and sharp. But that's because it's supposed to read the audience. You remember, there's a distance between the audience and you on stage. There's a difference between stage makeup and TV makeup. There are also rules for wardrobe with TV versus stage, which is why part of the reasons why I complain about lighting engineers in this country so much times. You are causing harm to your audience eyesight, one, but also, do you know how to light a stage? For TV, you avoid white, for example. And because we don't have trained professional lighting engineers in these positions, I said it. Avoid white. Why? Because white can glow.
And will.
The light, unless you're dealing with a man who know what he's doing, right? Then there are shades of green you are to avoid. Why? We have learned about green screen now thanks to social media. Polka dots are things and stripes are things they tell you to avoid because there's some equipment that would read that in a different type of way. And then when they broadcasting something that the viewing audience seeing, now we seeing it coming across on your shoot. You part of that backdrop. One as an editor know that vibes. And even if they were to do some sort of edit after, you giving the editor fucking pressure now because your wardrobe blending too much with the sets.
Yeah.
Your stylist would know this or should know this. And this also gives an opportunity for relationships with local designers. Give me a mother cunt ease up with the Louis Vuittoniers and the Balenciagas.
Fashion
and
Nova.
How Cardi B starts shit? How Cardi B was a Fashion Nova girlie openly till she got a bag from Fashion Nova. Don't let nobody clown you. Rattans be having things. A lot of things we use on set as line producers when you have to get costume last minute. I am telling you, the designers and stylists go to Rattans. There's a level of creativity in Lecole is a good person because Lecole is part of the fashion industry in a way. So maybe Lecole can make a contribution in this part of the conversation. But you have to know your things. That in itself is a separate job, as well as knowing the trends in the fashion industry at the point in time.
What we need in this space is tailors and seamstresses. That's what we need.
We do.
We need people who could sew properly and sew for different body types and heights and people with breasts and bumpsy and hips and legs and all these things.
Lecole is saying thrift. Yes, thrift. You see people who, when they're dead,
garage sales and estate
and they
sales.
quick to get rid of clothes. A lot of these, what's the thing that Keisha has now?
Consignment.
No. The repurposed brand.
Second Lifestyles consignment.
Explain what it is.
So you sign up online, Second Lifestyles, you sign up and you carry gently used clothes to her, and it will be held in consignment, and people could come and purchase it, and she will take a piece and you will get a piece.
Right. There you go.
So you can buy stuff secondhand, gently worn clothes, shoes,
and don't get twisted.
Accessories.
Don't get twisted. You will find a lot of these. You could find a lot of designer articles in these types of things. I have.
Yeah.
I for sure have gotten a lot of designer stuff, local and otherwise, in these types of fashion. I don't want to call it sales, but fashion business. Yeah.
Like they're saying, cheaper separates give you room to style more creatively.
Yeah.
So for me, if I'm purchasing something and I know the price, I'm like, right, how many wears I could get out of this, and how many different ways can I wear it? So I'm not buying nothing too expensive, and I'm not buying nothing too cheap either, because I don't want to be buying.
You're trying to avoid that.
And part
this
of
is the
your
list of things you want to watch that money. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
What is your brand identity? What does it look like via your clothing? You know what I mean? So you buy statement pieces and you switch and mix and match.
I chuckle to myself and say, "What's these who's again, right?" I'm not as nice as a person as my brand presents to be. And I'm in a place now where I could be clearer about that. Gerelle loves black. Gerelle don't like things on her neck. Gerelle don't like I just want to hang. I ain't lying to tell you. If you know me, and you're around me in my close circle, you know, I just want to, right? They even the cloth, nah? Gerelle naturally don't have any eyebrows or eyelashes as well. Fun fact, right? However, when I am in brand mode, one of the
a trap, you know.
You feel like they own something today. One of the things a deliberate decision I made when it came to my personal brand, Tyker, you can make comments on your personal brand after too, because you have a completely unique style into when you in brand mode. I observed that for Caribbean people, we lack color. Colonialism has taken the color out of us. So you'll find that when I am in brand mode is the time I will apply color. One of the other things is to counter the obsession with fitted body types, fitted clothes on body types. Yeah. I like to play with shapes with my clothes, which is why I favor designers like Diane Carlton. That bitch is going to give you bright, bold Caribbean colors, and she's going to play with those shapes, baby. And I love a statement piece. Love a statement piece. Now I'm liking a big old chunk on my ears. You won't find me with a set of them thing, baby. I liking that. I'ma do that. I'ma play with the hair because I want shapes. like go a big shape or just make the whole thing shrivel up, or I'm a wrap it where it lean, or Shannon does lovely shapes when she dress. Get we doing what we want. Shannon does lovely shapes when she dress. I am a heely girl. I used to be only heels, but then shin splints. You know, you just get old and thing now, boy.
That's crazy.
So now I'm now a flat girl who had to learn to like her toes, because I have very ugly toes, and the next one I fucking all you watch my toes. Stop watching my toes, Wanky. There, don't take out your phone.
Bring them toes.
No. Right? You know, you play with flats, you play with the heels, you play with whatever. Tyker has a completely different aesthetic. Tyker, you want to think on your brand?
Is it clean? I'm aware it. No, I guess I'm very militant, hence my greens. I wear a lot of green. I wear a lot of, oh God, my boots. I need to
You like our boots?
Anyway, yes, it's it. I take my boots. Anyway, jeans. I'm not too keen on dresses and thing right now. I need get my ease up with the dresses. Yeah.
She clearly don't give a fuck about hair.
I don't care. I want it off. I mean, I had it last year. It was all right. Okay, cool. But it needed to chop and it's off. I need my, I'm very minimal with the makeup. She talking about, what's called this thing? The audience had to see it from far. I don't give a shit. They don't want to see me. Me and the eyelash glue that's be worn. And I put in no eyelash on mine.
I love this about the both of us.
And I mascara.
I need my little eyelash. Right? I need to
Maybelline.
draw on my eyebrow. And today I was real lucky. I didn't give a fuck about all it today. The last 2 weeks, I draw on my eyebrows and put on my eyelash. This one is a nails girly.
Oh, yes. And here I did it. I went there. Well, see, that sale. I buy 2 bucks. I buy 2 bucks. I'm right now. I file them down. We gotta say, right, okay, cool. We need to get a little set, right? We need to, let me see that nice. I get a blue one, and I get one with a nice little kind of grayish kind of pattern.
You see the excitement?
I'm gonna be stunting on them, but they're short, you know, because you know I like my little stilettos all down. So love nails.
Please, as an artist, you need to know the brand, your brand look. Your brand look, because if you're gonna end up having to work with corporate brands, your brand need to know where you stand, because these corporate brands most certainly know where they stand. For example, recent example, I did Pan on the Avenue that was done by BP. BP colors are green.
You can't wear red is shell like competition. And if you're Brian and she is red, then
the outfit I initially came with, but which is no secret, Judy gives you a little bust and thing, but the outfit made it on screen. I looked too busty, and so I had
go and get a jacket.
And they was gonna send me in tongue by Petal. It was like Petal open, so they want to go and get something. I was like, nah, I have something. I could run home quick and get pros of living in Port of Spain, gang, bus 2 for Lavender, right? So I just run up 15 minutes and I was back down, and I had a Diane Carlton throw over that had green at the edge, and they loved it because I know how to appease a corporate. You get to learn.
Yeah.
I really like, who I love how they dress as a host for corporate. Ayinka.
Yeah, Ayinka is a big dress girl.
Each and every, I yet to see Ayinka make a miss. Whether she's doing casual or
she have a real nice lime green turtleneck. Love that green.
Yeah, Ayinka don't miss. Ayinka don't miss.
Yeah.
Her brand is beautiful to look at. Image-wise, that is. And she's very clear about that brand too,
Yeah, because she can move around. She can do the corporate. She
that
can do the beauty, beauty contest. She could, she could give away house, the keys for house and shit.
Yeah. And so you have to know how you want to look, because these corporate brands are gonna come down on you very hard about what they want. And again, this is where your management needs to negotiate on your behalf. Anything else we need to talk on brand image, on the look of the brand?
Yes, what is your name and do you own it? Did you trademark it? You know, these things.
Last night I had an event. There's an artist who was so strong. And while he was performing, I searched him on streaming. And there's a foreign artist who has his exact name and exact spelling. And so he now has challenges trying to get his content on streaming platforms.
That was the problem with Jelano too, eh?
Yep, because somebody had already registered the Jelano name with his music, actually. Because the random people could do that.
Yeah, because they are all sprang thing on the internet.
And it's not owned by Sprang or his estate. Your management, before they're just quick to post to say that we're doing things. Coming soon. Hush your cunt. Stop telling people these things. Because people will make the investment on your behalf before you. Get your back end things in order before you jump out yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, and see, we're very quiet.
A big part of why our brand has been very quiet is because ownership is important and we're limiting you all on what we give you all. And again, in October right now for a reason. The set is as minimal as it is for a reason. They still YouTube. This as much as all you're going to get.
Yeah.
It takes work. It takes legal conversations. Your management needs to be very clear on what, and it's going to take a while for you and your management to understand who you are and what your style is and what is the brand you're creating. Yeah?
Yes, man. All these things have money in it.
Lecole is making another contribution. Ainka is also a sneakers girl, yes, which also opens her up to a lot of business negotiations being a sneakers girl. You don't want to look like a boutique girl. You want to stand out. You want to look different. You want to look different. You want to have things about you that... So for me at one point, and I'm really missing it, my yellow glasses was a signature thing. Now I'm just going with the big glasses for now. I want back my yellow glasses. But have these signature things. Vaughn at Bigfoot is known for her bald head. Where's she more big? Yeah.
Big areas.
Yeah. The statement pieces.
Yes.
Shannon is known for her sunflower.
And wrapping her hair.
Super Blue is known for his blue bandana on the head.
Or blue all over.
Sure, he blew all
Down
over.
to the drawers.
But the bandana is a clear fashion branded thing.
Well, it's a scarf, eh?
Well, scarf, sorry.
Yeah,
correct,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Right? So when you're building your brand, what is that thing that you want people to know you by? All they're looking the same.
Yeah.
The same bust down, the same type of makeup artistry. And I'm going to tell you this.
I didn't know any moment would come, but it came.
I'm going to put you all on a little trick. When brands are introducing themselves to the industry, they tend to be exaggerated in the look. Remember when we met Nicki Minaj, what was her Barbie brand? Dochi with the tape and the cornrows with the live performance where she and the dancers' cornrows were connected. They're extremely bold, exaggerated things when artists are launching themselves into the space. And then let time pass and you'll see they start to melt back out. Most don't pivot. For example, I think this was not a well followed through one. Bungie as the fireman versus Bungie as the Viking. Bungie as the Viking was when he pivoted into suit Bungie. Oh God, that man does look good in a suit. I apologize, Miss Lady. Actually, no, because she has said already in the suit, and she said this to me in an interview. No, if nobody watching, then I pick wrong, you understand? And I can respect that. She knows she man does look good in a suit, bust two for sheep, right?
But what transpired after the suit?
He right now normal.
Jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah, they're very brand now, like international
Streetwear.
streetwear brand now.
And I don't understand.
But then there's no need to know because they're successful, I guess, so they could just be comfortable and show the money. Versus look at, I really like Cardi B's fashion history.
Yeah.
Because she will give you the casual, don't get me wrong, but then when she step out and now she's high fashion brand girly. Rihanna is another one too.
Ooh, the greatest of all time.
The red hair when she first came out at us, she was the big pop. I'm here.
No, she wasn't. She was
The short hair.
no.
The
She
curly.
was big curls, big curls, Miss Lady.
Yeah, Pony
Yes.
replay. Yeah, I forgot.
She was that
Yeah, I forgot.
island flow.
Yeah.
I'm an island girl. Then the whole
But that was
bacchanal-
a one song.
Then the whole bacchanal demand that happened, and she stripped it all, and she went grunge and rock and black nail polish, and we go hard, so hard. And she
We
went
have a fan
cheesy on her
here.
song.
We have a
So
fan here.
hard, so hard, eh. I'ma say whatever. Wait, just Brisha, what I'm do? I'ma do whatever. She can do whatever. Yeah. It's so hard. Yeah. And then from there she went pop diva with the red hair, and then she went cut it all off to the side and da. Yeah.
And now she's the Met Gala girly.
Yes, and her husband was the co-chair this year.
She married a man
Co-chair.
Pony fashion. Let's go.
Co-chair. But
Let's
no,
go.
Rocky had the things before.
I'm not saying
He was
no.
a fashion boy. He had the things.
Clearly a very triggering audience now,
No,
boy.
Rocky had the things. Rocky had the things. All the games.
I know. Wow. All right, so.
Stop. There we go. It's a satchel. Let's go. Oh, all right. Okay. Out of breath.
Back home,
We don't have that.
all our soca artists wear Dow. And Eclipse Eli.
As this boy say, and I say, they just wear a floral shirt and jeans. Yeah. I mean, Marlon, big up Marlon, but Marlon doesn't make good suits. I said what I said. Most time when Marlon make the suit, it's ill-fitted. And when the other staff makes the suits, it's great. Because Marlon does too much. And Marlon needs to delegate responsibility a bit more.
But the brand is a strong brand, nonetheless. And so understand that the artists themselves are not standing out, but the Dow brand is.
Yeah. Big up Cornelius.
The Dow brand is.
They wouldn't say it, but I will.
Yeah, big up Cornelius.
Big up Cornelius Hector.
Pay attention to all these people, all these. Don't always run down what is popular.
And I'll say this. Eclipse is very pricey. So if you know you're going by Eclipse,
Know why?
make sure you have your money.
Forget to say that you have an Eclipse suit. Why are you going by Eclipse? And what is the direction you are going to him with for a custom? And is his brand open to doing that? Does that fit into your brand? Mind your business.
Yeah, I remember reading Sammy Davis Jr.'s biography as a child. Wow, big up Roxy. And he talked about buying about 5 or 6 suits at a time.
And then mixing.
No, he wearing a suit and wearing a suit and wearing a suit and wearing a suit because he want to make sure he looks good. He making sure because he used to sing on vaudeville as a child, so there's a specific look. So he getting all his stuff tailored, and he knows he didn't have more than 1 suit when he was younger. So when he get money, he buying 6 suits at a time. You understand? But that your taste had to match.
Here's a pro tip.
Your taste had to match your pocket.
For artists coming up in his space now, here's a pro tip. And I get this one for free. Right?
Yeah, because I'll tell you this. This what we doing here, we just charge people
This
for.
is consultations that you're supposed to, right? Here's a pro tip for those young artists coming up. Stop watching US fashion and watch African fashion. African fashion is about to take to fuck over. statement pieces, men and women. I love a man in a suit. Man in suit, for me, is what woman in lingerie is for man. I just want to lick man who does wear a suit well. Big up Method Man, but that is a married man, so
Yeah, no married men.
But 50 Cent, although now you're giving me, I don't know who doing it, that show that you're doing, that murder show, murder mystery show, whatever. I'm not liking what the suit's doing to here. I'm feeling uncomfortable, and I really want you as one of my husbands, right?
You need to give a little give. A little give.
Yeah, because he's a buff guy, so I need to see it look relaxed. It's how you looking captured. But African suits right now.
Listen to me now.
The fashion, what did us call it? Fashion week. Yeah, what they have that just done recently. They had a fashion thing that now done. Like, oh, you will help me. No, it's not that. Oh, the creativity. The colors.
The she boy. The colors alone for me is the colors.
I love how they mix and match fabrics.
And prints.
And they layer. Oh, the men just look yummy.
And the different textures too, eh?
And they stand out so much. If you are up and coming artist and you're trying to form your look at Africa.
Like, oh, yes, I agree. But that again is your what is called this thing? You're focusing on one artist only.
Yeah. And I should.
When everything we see supposed to look nice, supposed to look up to, yeah. Some people suit looking tight, some people suit looking hang, some people the jacket lapel, those suit the length of their torso, and it just be ill-fitting, and I just be like, well, I should have been a seamstress, but I don't have the discipline. It's a lot of, how it hang, it swing, and we will pour into this particular thing because this is the
trend.
This is
the follow fashion.
Child for the
The follow fashion of the industry now is not going to get you seen. It's going to have you compared. So if you're going to launch yourself as an artist when it comes to your brand look, how are you standing out? How are you getting attention?
And does it match your music? Or complement the style of music you sing? Because, for example, when Lady Gaga, she's a big theater kid, you know, she came out, she was wearing bodysuits and monokinis and bikinis and stuff. Her hair was all she had headpieces, earpieces on her that would come out of this very geometric stuff, sharp edges. Her boots were always funky and but it added to the type of music that she was doing. When she was doing her tour for what was the movie where she do with
I can't remember the name of the movie, but
A Star Is Born. She softened her look. She went very glam, very, you know, the hair was very relaxed, I would say. As, you know, previous Gaga, she started doing gowns that were a bit thin. You know, she had this meat suit that she wore to the VMAs. You know, these things. So does it match your look now? And are you in a position to, as Gerelle was saying, pivot, to make changes, to make adjustments, to you know, you have the ability to switch your style and do these different things. Billie Eilish, when she first came out, her hair was black and she had the green streak. Then she changed it and she went blonde.
Now, this also leans back again with your management, because when you are planning, you plan for a season or a period. Not as we do here, like a carnival season. You as the artist and the team have to plan the season or the period. So let's say we say the first 3 years or the first 5 years. This is the plan. This is the rollout plan of how we launch, how we develop the artist, how we launch the artist, how we, you know, build, what
market
that looks like,
music.
market, And then after this, then we're going to evolve into a next 5 years. And this is what that's going to look like. You know who is a great study? Beyonce's entire career.
Britney Spears too.
Britney Spears is another one. Agreed.
Yeah.
You see the evolution because
J-Lo, not J-Lo. What's her name? Jennifer. Jennifer Hudson.
She frightened the fuck out of
Not
me.
I said J-Lo, but I didn't mean J-Lo.
I'm going to say what
No, look-wise, yes, but she had a great marketing team. But she have
She
the,
love her.
what's her name? Francesca Ramsey say a thing. Whenever you're having any self-doubt, what would J-Lo do?
Yeah,
she
what
would
would
just
J-Lo
do
do?
it. Anyway, oh gosh, Jennifer Hudson,
Had
as
a
well
nice
as this girl, oh God, you know the girl?
Sure.
Oh God. I can't remember, she just now.
Yeah, so we say
Janet Jackson is the next one.
Janet is a really good one. Understand that you are still human and you are expected to evolve. So leave room in the planning with you and your management to evolve.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Right at the point of K. Lyon's demise, I know for a fact that his management team was preparing for his pivot, his crossover into a different the second stage of his artist development, from changing his look, his not necessarily changing entirely, but evolving the look, the sound. He started the training, and then we know how that unfortunate outcome came.
Yes, he passed away playing football.
Right. Yes, he did pass away playing football. That is factual information. Right. Other things we need you to consider. I mean, we're real going in, so time thinking. The training and preparation. When we say things like media training, let's go back to the board here.
That's down here on this side, guys.
You want to thing it?
What?
I can go back to holding the board and you can start up.
What you mean? Right. So we here. We're gonna not breeze through it, but give it a little thing. Media training. First and foremost, I know this is a side note, but I am gonna send a proposal to do some media training with the sportsmen and sportswomen of Trinidad and Tobago. They need it desperately. Jesus, I was sending it to Kwanis because yikes. We interviewed him in the Olympics and his arms and and I can't deal. The cricketers is the worst. Anyway.
Ato Wolan would never.
He would never. He would never. My besties. I was like, there we go. There we go. How to carry yourself in an interview. Now, this is with the thing in mind that people who interview, in inverted commas, us in Trinidad and Tobago do not have interviewing skills. They ask stupid questions. They ask everybody the same 6 questions.
That is in the description of the YouTube video. Give me a fucking chat.
So when he was in the studio, how the inspiration come about for this song? Tell me a lie.
The interviews are sound like Men Lyman by a bar.
And that's all well and good, you know. But if you look at Men Lyman by the bar, the conversation has evolved and go from,
No, that's not all well and good because it's out of place. And here why it's out of place. You are focusing on trying to get, but fuck them. If you are trying to appeal for local audiences, that's what the station and those interviewers, that's their object, ma'am.
They're radio DJs, they're not
Ma'am.
interviewers.
Ma'am. They are focusing on selling their product, right? You as a brand, the reason why you're doing interviews is to build fan base. You are trying to build your fan base, not your local fan base. Anybody who sees or hear you for the first 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds should be able to cling to your personality and decide, I either like this individual or I want to hear more. Now, if you position yourself in interviews with people who lollygagging and gigogging and relying by the bar,
Come on, Wanky. You know
there's
the
a lot of
gigog.
No, notice I did not put the pause there.
Gigog. Come on, Wanky. You know the gigog. You know several gigoggers.
You as the artist, we walk away knowing nothing, right? Now, when we first came across, and I'm using Doshi again as, because she's the new it girl. Right?
But she was.
Whatever.
It's
Yeah.
a new girl now.
That lasts a hot 3 months. Right? But when she was a new it girl, after we liked the song, the next thing we immediately did was want to find out more about her. And that information was already there. We find out about her spending, how long it was, Shannon? A week, a month, a year, when she was working on the album. Where she thinks herself in her room and...
Oh, it was 6 months.
What is the story? Because there's a story. Notice there's a story.
She quit her job and she sat down home and she documented herself on YouTube reading The Artist's Way.
Which has now...
And doing the homework.
Which the book itself is now had a spike in sales because of Dochi. So now she has made herself a viable product for good business. Even in now we have the book world looking at her, the publishing world looking at her, right? The fashion world. So you notice in her launch, the fashion world is paying attention. The publishing world is paying attention. The music world is paying attention. And there's a story that exists now behind. She now launched. How that story was so readily available. Meanwhile, when I talk into Trini artists, so tell us about that. Yeah, well, you know, I just cool. I just talk. You know whose artist I would never interview again? Gerelle artist. But you know which one does stand out the most for me? I'd be like, well, that was disappointing because I'm a fan of your history and your story. Fucking Iowa George. That was the most annoying interview I could remember right now. I just wanted...
That's when we went second Sunday.
I just wanted to be like, yeah. I don't know.
We were so glad that he was called to the stage.
Because you didn't want to be here. You didn't want to do this. Yeah. This means nothing to you, so right? And I would think for elder in the space and somebody like myself who know of Iowa's history and don't just see him as a soca man, we could get a lot of information about Iowa that could really help in keeping his legacy and name alive.
Do you think that the environment is what caused that to be what it was?
The environment is not your fucking business if you as an artist minding your business. You on you. Kes, don't do that. One of the best interviews I've had was when I interviewed Kes, and I'm not a Kes fan. But I get a man respect from that interview. And Kes is the one that's do a lot more international interviews now, as we can see, right?
Any comment.
Sure, whatever. But we could admit, though, that Kes is trained to do the interviews, right? To a certain degree, Tyker. Oh, go.
You know what was nice in the interview, too?
Yeah, Shannon.
Like, he wasn't in it, but he still was open to the interview. The umbrella.
Oh, one of the
was
best
a nice
interviews I ever do.
And see how we get to cling to brother because we knew his story. Brother talking. We know about brother as an individual and we know about brother as an artist. He does not limit himself, and brother's career has been, brother's career has been relatively short, if you think about it, but has been on a steady increase. Now, not just local, he reached the international waters and continue to steadily increase. Yeah. Brother been checking the boxes. Yeah. For a man who could blatantly tell you, I didn't know none of these things because he from Silots. But he spent the time trying to learn and understand, and he said this. He has said this. By the time brother launched, we knew what brother's story was. Whoever is on brother team advising, excellent work. Excellent work.
Ultimate something.
Sure.
Ultimate something. Anyway, yes. Like all I'm saying, that is people who on the radio is people who have followers and no training. So you as the artist and your management need to hand them
to know how
10
to
questions.
Manipulate these things. So that is a thing that happens with your management team when you're going to do interviews.
This is what you need to ask this artist.
So let's do it. Hey, so I have this artist calling you the station, right? I have this artist. She's a 27-year-old single parent mother. I could create the story off of the information that we had
just
before.
2 seconds, eh? Am I doing it in a utopia or am I
doing it like Trinidad right now?
I'm doing Trinidad.
Right, so, okay. You just called me. You were Trinidad. Call me because you hear about my artist and you want an interview. I know that. We could, oh, no, we just have to avoid the legals, you know. This, Shannon. What is going on? Only we cannot have inside jokes, the audience don't know. Right. So, if I am setting up to have an interview, you want to do an interview with my artist, my new artist, I'm gonna let you know. Sure, we can do an interview, but these are the talking points. Management, you're responsible for that. The talking points that you present to them, and then there are things based. Now, in the early stages, you don't necessarily do allow and won't allow. That's usually a more developed, established, mature artist who might have
A little back of
little
that.
juiciness going on. You have questions you will or will not allow. Again, the responsibility of your management team, because you have to be in control of the brand. The narrative must not be influenced by the public.
Yeah.
You have to manage your brand. If you leave it all broad and open, people go say things. And then you go end up singing about drink water, mind your business. But Miss Lady was managing your brand. Then you wouldn't be saying things like, I never want to put my boomsie outside. And no, decades later, who was managing the brand?
Yeah. And you know, when you go and you do the training by Auntie June, Nathaniel, and Glenda, and the Eiffels, your diction. How do you speak in the interview? Your breath work, your vocal work is all going to come in there. If it is challenging for you and you don't like to speak to people, you need to go and do an acting class. You need to go by theatre journey. You need to, you understand? You need to improve your presentation
No,
skills.
sweetheart, you need to do a theater. You've been doing the voice classes. Good. You absolutely need to do a theater class. I don't give a fuck if you intend on doing theater. You know why? Because you will inevitably have to do theater. Your boss. I know you got a commercial. You had to learn lines. You are now an actor.
Yeah.
Or maybe a movie opportunity come in.
Your music video.
Your music video have
all you're doing
acting.
is whining in the camera.
Is how much boomsy and clothes we go see.
Yeah.
I need to see range in your artistry.
You gonna see range and pum pum. That's all you see.
And I'm not gay.
And even
I'm not gay.
even if you was, you still don't want to see all that crutch all the time.
Yeah. And I'm going to say this though.
Conquering and fire we will want.
To the videographers, right? I find all your whining shots little lame. In the 2000s, go and watch a little tip drill and BT After Dark and even your girl again, Rihanna, when she did Pour It Up, Watch It All Fall Out.
Yeah.
If we go in and do smut,
Yeah.
it has ways to do boomsies. Only getting real lazy when the boomsies even look at that peeling. Especially all the soca video. What we doing?
And it's the same 7 dancers in all the videos.
Mom!
Every video is the Conquering on fire.
And who are you catering to? Majority are Trini man like meat. Come!
Set a bony girl.
How much wire we gonna see twist up in a pump shows? Come! We can set up on the app. All of we can set up on the app, you know? And a nice bouncy pass. And man and woman go down turn. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Yes, sis.
Yeah.
Clap. Body is
Love it.
tea.
Love it.
Who is your audience? Who are you selling? Who are you selling to? Video men, this one is for you. And management team and artists, pay attention. Who are you selling to? You're creating a product. Part of developing your brand is knowing who your target fucking audience is, my G.
Not a shirtless man in a video
Not
again,
one
boy.
so I don't like to see chest and
Yeah,
thing. I don't like to
boy.
see chest. I like to see back. Please and thanks.
I like to see bum see.
I like her back.
Love
You
a
see?
man bum see.
I'm not an abs girl at all.
I
You
like
see the
bum
V in the
see.
back?
Yeah, bum
You see
see.
the
Bum see.
Oh,
And
them are
nice teeth.
back.
Nice
Yes,
teeth.
Yes, a
Ooh.
nice little cute face. And I like them dark. And you see,
And make sure your bed connected.
ooh, I love a beard. We
If
love
it
a
don't
beard.
connect, shave it off.
Yeah.
If Karen go and you can't see you, call me.
Do something for me now.
This girl and
I
she
was
man
saying
in every video.
Who wants your man in every video?
I go show you.
Okay.
Every video.
Fine, I want to see that one fresh. Also, again, all of them, right? You know what? I'm saying this as if it's my opinion. I don't know this as a fact. I can't connect it to anything. But the spending audience is women. Do with that information what you wish. You getting gal with man and them niggas out of money. Right? Your spending audience, the gal, most women have their own vehicles, they have their own cars, they pay their own bills, they will buy the merch, they will do girls trips.
This one here?
Don't know him.
It's okay, and she.
Don't know.
You know she was in the video we work on.
She was in the video. Really? I like her. Don't know that. Yes, I like her. Yeah, and she was really nice to work with too.
Don't
She was really nice to work with. Another. You know who it is? You see it? Yeah, take off your glasses. That's why. Another point too, as an artist, pay attention to the technical crew. Fuck the artists and the
Wonky.
guys. Pay attention to the technical staff. And Wanky, I can't do crime with you.
Yeah, boy.
Wanky. Anyhow.
Oh, God. The thing to her say she like the girl.
Listen to me, right? Or focus.
Right,
You know that?
Don't say it again.
All right. All right, listen.
Don't say it again.
But we're not on headphones, right? Listen to me. What's the good one? I forget what I was saying. Oh my god.
Yeah, telling her to stop pay attention.
Pay attention to
to
the technical staff. Listen to me. When Ole, pro tip. You have a show, don't go and rush to heal out your fellow artists on them. Them niggas can't help you. You see that? Know your musicians' names. Don't be saying, hey, Basie, give me something. That nigga have a name. Know your musicians' names. Right? Know your engineer. Shannon doesn't make it too easy for me. Know your engineers' names. When you're walking to do a TV interview, acknowledge the cameramen and the staff. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Look them in the greet them. These are the people who are actually broadcasting and making your brand look good. The man who has the potential to press mute on your mic, you want he to like you.
Listen, you want to be lit properly.
You want to be lit properly. And these are humans, and they are the ones who are, we are the ones who are usually ignored and disrespected the most. And if you make it uncomfortable while I'm working, I'm not going to give you my best. It's the same culture with people who dealing with your food. Don't upset the person who's serving your food. I promise you, the crew does talk. And if we have to work with you again, and do not underestimate the influence the crew have on your future jobs. There are some artists in the country right now that they are crew members. If you call them, we are line producers. We hire these guys for jobs. If you call them and say, yo, we have a project. This is the artist. Man, price goes up.
Yep.
Because you are labeled as a difficult artist.
If we could call names, we would. Whew, such a shred.
Right.
It stinks. Shannon, it's 9:31. What are we doing? Are we finishing this board, or are we going to do a part 2? Yes, I know.
I want to add one more. I want to discuss one more.
One more. Sure, no problem.
As we talking crew and thing, right? Artists should not be alone on jobs. try as best as possible to avoid moving alone, even just a host, especially late shows.
We working on everybody else getting the license so she wouldn't have to drive. We working on it. We working on it, guys. We working on
Trinidad
it. Actively working on it.
actively have an unfortunate list of artists or people in the industry we have lost to vehicular accidents. Falling asleep on the wheel is a thing. So in your invoicing, include, yes, I am agreeing to come to the job, but include in that your traveling budget, which is the gas at the very least, right? And a driver if you can, right?
If you are saying that it is too much money, you need to raise your price. As in, it's too much money to hire a driver. Because when you have to go and do all them 7 things, and I'm not going to call no names, but they have some big artists that be driving themselves from one event to the next, and they in one car, and their management in our next car.
How?
And they're driving to and from. You just expend a set of energy on a stage.
I know you had
and now you have to go and drive.
Oh boy.
Madness.
And your management allowing this. You're supposed to be in the vehicle eating because your management already handle your food. You should have catering taken care of.
Because it have lots of artists. Again, I won't call no names, and they are big artists, and you all know them, and they're very famous, and they outside a lot, and they inside a lot, going from event to event. And you telling me you can't get a little idle?
You ain't eat nothing for
You
the
ain't
day.
eat nothing for the day. You waiting until you finish your last gig at 2 a.m. to try and get something healthy for you to eat. Your body, yes, have to digest food. It's take an hour and a half to 2 hours for your body to digest food. When you're sleeping, your body working. So you ain't really getting no rest.
Let me show
for you to
you.
wake back up to go in the
This is a
thing in the
medical
morning.
thing. Let me explain this on a medical level. Because you're on your instrument for so long, laryngitis is a very common thing to get as a vocal performer, right? When I first started getting laryngitis a lot, the gastroenterologist, ENT, ear, nose, throat guy, what they do is that they shove this tube with a camera at the end of it in your nose to see your entire nasal passage. So
Ear, nose, and throat.
Ear, nose, throat. So it goes, the tube goes in, it's very uncomfortable. I fucking hate this shit. It goes through your nose so that they could see down inside your throat. And then the fucker does be saying, all right, just relax and breathe. And like, nigga, right? Good, cool. He pull it back out. He said, right. Me and tell this man nothing yet, right? He said, let me guess. He's a performer. Yeah. Late nights. Yeah. Plenty rehearsals. Yeah. And the only thing open after hours is KFC. Fried food. Yeah. All others come with the same story.
And that's those who actually go into the ENTs, eh? Plenty of all your favorites don't go.
Remember Tyker mentioned insurance on the border?
They don't even go to let's call it, they don't even steam a little eucalyptus oil in a hot bowl. They don't do
They're
that.
not sleeping with humidifiers around you.
They sleep in an AC,
But
and
AC.
there's a set of gal box they in. So you can't, you
Gal
understand?
crutch very dirty right now.
Ooh, we can
statistics are high.
name
The statistics are high currently. And this
Jammettes,
is-
that's not too much. And then the next thing that's be not just the singers, but the men in the band. The guitarists, the bass players, the keyboardists, the men on the Ableton.
Why you have a management team that don't even have fucking water for the band?
They
in the
don't have
dressing
no.
rooms, though?
And then when the men finish playing all them hours, them have to drive themselves home.
Home.
Where is the bus, the maxi, the shuttle, or why are we
Why
not
not
staying
catering for these
in a
men?
hotel near to where the gig is?
All the men, all they know, they always don't know a bag of man. All in the industry always know
Nobody
man,
know a
man,
maxi?
man. Nobody know a guest house. Nobody know, well, we know all they know guest house. Nobody know a Airbnb to say, well, here now, the
We will put up the
season.
team. We know a man live in San Fernando. The gig finishing 3 o'clock in town. We will put them up.
Oh, God.
And we'll spend the money to make sure people are comfortable.
I watch men. I follow a band for a season. We were filming. And I watched this band move 3 events a night. And not even water. Matter of fucking fact, the management was keeping all the passes to itself. The musicians and them had to, it was real wholesale chest. You swear the pass on them is gold.
No, because you want to bring your brethren on them.
Oh,
And them woman on them to make it seem like if he and
see
things now.
behind your artists. If you are, all right, let me say you made the unfortunate decision to be the partner for an artist.
Why use the partner, the artist, and you in the back, in the wings with a phone? Why you not in the front filming? All them boy and them, let's have them girl on the side and the wings, in the slippers and the tight dress.
You're negotiating in your rider, putting
And yet,
how
what's them girl
many
and them-
passes you need.
And they chuck up on the side.
And you're smiling because you feel it's a group. You think, bitch, go fucking work. You have something
I
to do.
will
This is
never forget
business.
that girl who was a side piece to the wife, and I knew the wife, and she was so upset that the man was talking to me and Gerelle in Songforge. I remember holding him in a longer conversation.
I remember that incident and not remembering the who. Okay. Okay. Right. Get it together.
When
But
you're the side
also,
piece, you must know your place.
in the trunk of the car, instead of the 2 bottles and the ice, have a thermos. Have warm food. Nothing that is too much for the body to digest. Maybe some fruits, soup, something. If the management is not catering for that aspect of it, get new management.
Take care of your man for
Booking
yourself.
agent. Take care of that man.
Yeah.
Or woman.
Oh, man, yeah.
Or woman. It's the only care we does give to the female artists is how they look. Make it make sense.
Yeah. And I mean, for me, I was out a long time, and I wasn't going to that sandwich. Big up my mother. Really a food focused lady.
Yo, let me
But
tell you.
all those hours of sitting down waiting in auditions for modeling
Big
and all
up
these different
Roxy.
things. That lady used to make sure I have a lunch kit. The other day when we had the show at Belmont Freetown, I going to buy my little groceries. Here why you going to buy all that other thing? I said, Miss Lady, you spoil me.
I'ma tell you this.
All my rehearsals, I had my little snacks.
Roxy does really pull through. Let me tell you, I wouldn't forget the Dimash Gra. We had an artist. I worked in the Dimash, and after I done host my thing, I rush it backstage because I have my next work. I had my artist who perform, and I go into the dressing room. Well, the artist did not cater. We sat there, and I was not expecting, not even water,
Yeah.
but we digress, right? Roxanne but walk from Belmont with 2 fucking market bag, and in one of the market bag is 2 pots. In the next one is plates, napkins, them kind of thing. In the fucking dressing room is food for the team that we hired. You know, this was not discussed. She just know we have a job. And we have this presentation had 11
actors,
11 performers, yeah.
5 crew,
5 crew, yeah.
and then, us.
And then us. So understand too, for that Dimash Gra
20
presentation
people.
was almost 20 people. Just to perform for your 5 minutes. Right?
Yeah.
Nobody asked Roxy. Nobody asked Roxy. Something else again too recently. Your show.
Yeah, and the music video too.
And the music video too.
Yeah, she bring Chara for the music video.
We up and down doing all kinds of things. You know, Murphy does a pair when we doing the music video. Roxy did. Well, I make
And it's always nutritious thing.
yes.
Yeah. And she's always separate. She'd be like, who eaten meat, who not eaten meat thing. Curtis Gross, who wasn't even in our presentation. He was in our next Calypsonian presentation. He get food to eat too. He get corn and rice. I said, come to make boiled corn.
Let me tell you, when you see the hummus, actually for Jammettes episodes, Roxy sending for we. She send on a bowl of veggies and a next bowl with hummus. And say, well, tell Tyker carry that down for the team.
Make sure you have your hot tea. Make sure you have thing. Because one, my mother know when I don't eat, I am not a nice person.
She really isn't.
And
Tyker will
two,
shut shit down.
Yeah,
She
let me go home. I need to eat something. That man tried to grab the food from me, you know. He nearly lose his life. He nearly lose his hand.
Watch that. That musician, let me tell you, we in our song check, right? This was for a big show. Like the audience is like a 50,000 show, right? So, shout out that I work in this show. So, Tyker is operating as stage management for us. Because again, we are talent. So we can't do the running around thing. So as long as we are being hired to work an event, I am negotiating in it that on the day of show, I have my stage manager. Why? Because I know your cunt not going to take care of it. We, Scenic 22 Limited and Pioneer Productions have a reputation right now of taking care of anybody who working with us.
Yeah.
I know how to identify when my cameramen are frustrated.
And we know what
and
they
I
like.
know what they like, so that because when you have a shooting day of 20 hours,
Yeah, boy. You have to get a man Red Bull, Coca-Cola.
I know who like the Guinness.
Yeah.
And when you see me planning out when you see me spending on the budget,
Yeah.
what the director give me, sure. And I take it a little extra. I always buy an extra. Actually, if I go make the running around, I always buy an extra because I know when this man get frustrated,
Yeah, he rested dog like
he go get vexed. So, and I know how to read his body language when he start to get vexed. And I go, just come over. When you're ready,
yeah.
it's have a thing to feel, right? And then I go get it. Oh, what thanks, boy, force. And then he go, I have 10 minutes, whenever opportunity you get. What do you think, girl? Swear it's drugs we deal.
Yeah.
You must know
And your food.
people and
You have to
take
know the
care of
food
your
of everybody.
people.
Yeah, boy.
You had to know who's sick, who allergic to what, who are... It's about artists, right?
Food! One of the biggest ones.
We shooting the video. Had to reschedule the video.
Twice.
Because the artists them say they're sick.
They're sick. They're not feeling well.
They're not feeling well. Tyker say. Tyker gangster the character when they were coming on set. This set is about 50 people, cast and crew. Right? Tyker gangster the people, mask up, glove up. 2 hours we going in. Lock them up in a room. The artists and the management. And bully them into taking COVID tests. Because you were very vague about what you're sick with. After we see that the tests on them negative, I needed to get me all the information on what you're sick with. You on antibiotics, you on medication, when you're supposed to take this, what is happening here. That particular night, it was the same day.
Same day.
Fucking shoot was supposed to end at 1, I think. That mother can't think end after 4.
No, after 7 in the night.
No, girl.
Because we had it was to go down sugar on us.
Right, that we end in the morning, girl.
That was in the morning.
We ended in the morning,
Oh,
ma'am.
right, because it wasn't 1 o'clock in the day.
No, 1 o'clock. We were supposed to end about 1 in the morning, and we
Right.
end up ending after 4 in the morning. Tyker had already made notes of how many hours that man said he was supposed to take the antibiotics. He come back on set
Very lolly daddy daddy.
with the fucking soon-to-be child mother. She belly big. That man up under he woman. Tyker walk up. Yo! You have medication, so go and take a tablet. Tyker tell the man, he witty girl, you know. She holding the little thermos. And, yo! You have a tablet, so go and take a tablet. And she said, oh yes, it's true. And she go on and she go looking for the tablet. And I don't go on and crying because why Tyker gangster the man? So you have to know. Part of your work as a management is to mind the talent business. You have to take care of the talent.
Yes.
And that is to be included in the budget. You see the feeding, your health, your every has to be included in the budget. Or they must stop doing these things. This is why when I see people doing work for $500, fucking how, boy? How?
Yeah.
$500?
Yeah, I remember doing a consult with 2 fire breathers and being like, yo, like, there's no way an advertising agency could ask you to come out for $800 TTD. One, based on the fact that the content is going online forever and ever and ever. And also, it costs you $800 to reach there. They're not paying for your insurance. They're not paying because fire breathers don't get insurance because, of course, you're doing this very, very dangerous thing. You have to make sure you have a fire extinguisher on site. You have to make sure you have a handler.
And they don't have a handler and they don't have.
You have to have your own handler. How you gonna do? Split the 800 in two? No. You have to pay for your paints or your oil. You have to pay for your go on a set. They don't have no shower for you to bathe.
Most sets to even have a medical kit. I have been in situations where small things have happened and you don't even have a fucking plus and you know you on a shoot.
People don't know
with
first
20
aid.
plus people.
It's crazy. If I even started going on like how we don't advocate for artists in this space, a lot of y'all are going to be very shocked. A lot of you are going to be very surprised about what people pay and what they expect.
But artists
and
want to come in.
Who are setting the rate is the government with the bullshit. And then advertising agencies. There's no way these two entities should be setting the rate of the artists.
And I'm going to tell you, the agencies just make the thousands,
Yes.
Let me be very clear. The agencies' budgets and they start most times like $500,000 and upwards.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted with these agencies.
Who can you should take
and
these things as
who
the
must
talent.
take the loss?
Yeah.
The
And
talent.
now we have to compete with artificial intelligence.
Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
And stock photos and thing.
Where your image, and then you're just doing things and you have no contract. You
Yeah.
have no agreement signed.
Yeah.
People doing ads for folks and you never sign a contract.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell all you about a voice work I did. And I let it go. They can take that one. Yeah, Tyker is upset by my choice.
Yes, because I was ready to start them on the internet. Because all they quick to be talking about all they do support the artists. All they do support the artists. But all they do support artists neither. So all they ask. Proceed with your story. Go ahead. Tell them about what you said. She gone in the studio and record music, background vocals for a producer in this country. Big producer. Making money. All of a sudden we listening on the radio. Waggy said her voice note. But I think I heard Forbes in that song, yeah. International artist, but I heard Forbes. You know, they record this young lady as a demo to
I was
sing.
hired to sing a demo, which means the artist is supposed to sing over all my parts.
Yes, so it's what a demo is an example. So you could just follow.
A reference for the artist to
just follow
because
along.
you're purchasing a song. And
Them men, well, not them men, that man take the song and give it to the international artist and I put in she name in inverted commas artist. Because she can't sing. So that is why when you listen to the song that was released, the whole chorus is Forbes.
I have a distinctive voice, and you know the stinking list don't give a
All
fuck.
the ad-libs in the verse is Forbes' voice.
Me let go.
She last name rhyme with bed.
Oh, no.
Not green, but right. We never see a set. And I leave shit a thing, you know, because when I start to send letters and lawyers and
This
so
one
forth,
love to write a letter.
they will say they don't want to work with Gerelle again.
Oh, a lot
they
of
get
people,
it blind.
there's a reputation. And you have to prepare yourself for this. They will say you're difficult to work with.
I don't care.
They'll say you're difficult to work with if they cannot exploit you or take advantage,
Take advantage of you.
They'll
And
say
that is why
That's fine.
Mariah Carey is a diva and I love it.
I have been called a diva. That's okay.
I only want red Skittles.
Nah, don't eat Skittles. That red dye is not good for you.
I don't care. I want it. I never say I'm going to eat it. I want it.
When you are voicing for ads too, these agencies are avoiding doing proper contracts for voice talent. And so they take in they go in by on the ground producers, youth and so you don't have to get them a contract. You are supposed to in your contract, so when fun fact again, commercials can collect royalties. Every time an ad is played, and just like music and songs and things, they collect royalties, right? So the brand is collecting a royalty, which means when they run in commercials, it's usually for a time period. Remember, we talked about that P word earlier on, right? So let's say a brand has decided to run a campaign for 3 years. You're going to hear one specific commercial or one specific ad for 3 years. Mm-hmm. And if it was doing so well for the product, they're likely to say, well, let's extend it 3 years. And it's such a common thing that is already written into the contract from jump that if the campaign is to be extended, you will receive a percentage of the original thing. You get residuals, right? That's some commercials I do. I get residuals for 3 times already. You'd be surprised. But a lot of these agencies, especially after pandemic, not doing them type of contracts no more. Because the general not public, but talent industry, the talent pool, don't know. Social media, everybody just want to be pick me, choose me, let me do it. All you could rush to do it, but mind your business. Your literal business.
Yep.
And then the agreement, if it's that you're running on radio, then I shouldn't hear it in Barbados.
Yeah.
That's a different cost.
It's a different cost.
You're putting it on social media as well. That's
different cost.
If is to hear the ad that I do that's supposed to be a local ad, and somebody up the island tell me, but I say, you're on an ad, you're doing you hear what?
Yeah.
Please. Tell me we're here. Mm-hmm. And the next time I hear it recorded for me, send my thing so I could get a timestamp. Mm-hmm. Because you can track it.
Yep.
You must be able to track it because you receive royalties from it. Mind your business. When you're doing dubs as an artist and all these things, mind your business.
Yep.
These people eating off of your talent multiple times and you just getting one payment. That's not how this works. And remember, it's art. It does not expire. So when you die, people will come. My grandmother does say, they just come like Kobo when you're dead. I personally see it with Sprang. All of a sudden, ads that Sprang in was running again right after he died. That his estate received nothing. When the wife had to figure out how to take care of him and how to bury him and all these things, where the fuck all he was. But as soon as he died, everybody get to eat again off of his talent. Mind your business.
Yeah.
Not all jobs you want. Not everybody you want to work with. And in order for you to know who you can and cannot work with, it's important for you to know your brand and do your research about people in the industry. Ask a question before you agree to the job.
And hush. Listen to what people are saying and listen to what is not being said by their body language. Let them talk.
artists want to hire all kind of thing for the music video. Hey, so and so shooting our music, and they will run it in our voice, so like a real quick thing, eh? Hey, so and so shooting our music video, right? But it's just it's always just. You see that just word?
Woo.
It's just. We just need
a few actors. I want 2 actors.
it's
one,
just
2
one
carnival
scene.
characters.
You just had to say one thing.
Just.
Working in the industry.
Yeah.
I know to shoot just can take
A
4
day.
hours to a day.
Yeah.
Just is not just.
Yeah. There we go. Just is not just. Yeah, boy. And they love to tell you, oh, God, well, we ain't had that kind of money. Okay, cool. Have a great day.
Get somebody else.
Get somebody else to do it. And you know what? No, I don't want you to get somebody else to do it. Run your dust.
Because all they coming on the fucking set with a $2,000, $3,000 shoe flaunting, driving up in your big expensive vehicle where your shirt costing more than, and you can't provide fucking water.
I don't want you to find somebody else to do it.
I want you to respect
it. Run your dust.
Yeah.
Run your dust. It is.
Up to today, I heard
David
Huggins. It's there.
So, yeah, and it's only because the Harford family say no. He usually used to give it for free. Is how Eastern Credit Union could still have Anthony Harford voice on the phones and doing the ads.
Be mindful of how you're building your estate too.
Yeah, estate planning is important.
You not living forever. You could walk out and dead now. And your computer have all the unreleased work.
Yeah. And you know black people don't like to write nothing down because they're afraid if they put the
talk
thing.
about that.
Yeah. So.
You're blind. How you gonna say something like that? God spare. Would you? Would you? God spare. I thought it's God will. I thought it's God let God will be done. Now it's God spare life. Which one it is? Fuck, mixed signals.
Oh gosh, it's things.
Right? And you always have to revisit it. I realized I had people in my family who is actually not family. And I had these people attached to my business that if something happens to me, they are to make decisions on my behalf. And I'm like, wait a fucking minute. Yeah.
Roll that one back.
I need to mind my business.
Yeah.
Because all your fuckers is to get nothing from me. You know what I mean? You had to pay attention. You had to pay attention.
Yeah. Things. I think we could
Wrap.
we could leave it here. We could revisit. We could maybe do another special episode on this.
I hope this has opened up your eyes to the cost of.
And you know, there are things we didn't even talk about. You know, we didn't talk about recording, which is $1 million thing. You know, events, live performance costs, and all these things. So, you know, yeah, money.
Just last night, I was talking to a writer for this season coming and
Harang season.
Carnival season, soca. The writers making money. Eh? These artists, while they're spending $500 on you, writers are charging upward of $2,500 US for a song. Producers' figures is a whole different thing. So you doing a thing for a man for $1,500 is why I go cost you. Yeah? And then you deciding to do background vocals for $300 is why I go cost you. Don't let these niggas play you. Don't let these niggas play you. Your background vocals rate should start at, if you are a professional vocalist, trained professional vocalist, you should start at $100 US. That is the professional rate where you start at.
And that's Gerelle rate. Not her rate, but that what she will say is the rate. I think it should be more. But
No,
that's
no, that's not the Gerelle. I'm not coming to say the starting professional rate is $100 US, but a lot of them locally will make you feel as though it's $200, $300 to vocals. TTD. Right? your value as an artist or as a brand changes that. So, for example, what is this woman name again? Shannon, who Luther Vandross and all of them used to schedule the tours around her availability. I'm trying to remember her last name. How can I feel the pain? That's this Lisa.
Lisa?
No. Lisa. Anyhow, you know what I'm talking about. Shannon, I'm going to help you out. She is a background vocalist, a well-respected background vocalist. She's a vocalist. Lisa Fisher. People like Lisa Fisher, these major artists, used to schedule their lives. Stevie Wonder and them used to schedule their tours and everything to make sure she's available because they want her in it. So Lisa Fisher rate is a Lisa Fisher rate. A Wendell Warren rate is a Wendell Warren rate. Your job as a brand is to increase your value. Rihanna did it to the point where music is not where she make her millions and billions. You keep increasing your brand value. That way you could call your price.
Yeah.
Nobody could do what you just do. That is different from what a standard rate is, where it starts at. So I'm saying again, for background vocals, while most of the artists in Trinidad and Tobago currently will pay you $200 to $300 for background vocals, the professional, and I'm stressing on professional because that's people who are trained, background vocalists or voice talent starts at $100 US.
Big up the new kid on the block. Anyway, Ananias, I'm so glad you have your notebook out and you were taking notes. Great. Also, shameless plug. Media training is available from Pioneer Productions. If you would like to get the package, feel free to reach out. Okay. Right.
Save your questions for next class.
And in the meantime, I don't give you no homework. Get your questions if you have questions and things. He will just be hot. All of us are knee feeling cold. Is that lot, yes? It's on 26.
And he's easy, man.
Anyway, it's been lovely to spend this Diwali with you, this extended episode.
Take a last look at your board.
Take a last look, guys. Ooh, Mary had a little.
Right. Where's we name?
I am Tyker Giselle.
And I am Gerelle Forbes.
We've been accompanied by the lovely and incomparable Shannon Francois and the sleepy Wanky, who is falling asleep in the corner here. It's not because we're not engaging. We've had a steady viewership throughout the entire episode. And so I know it's not us. It's been a lovely evening this Diwali. Shub Diwali. And enjoy your week this week. And we'll see you next Monday for our final Calypso History Month special episode of Two Jammettes.
Behind the tent.
Beyond the tent! Girl! She want to go behind the tent, you know. It's a Calypso, and she want to go behind the tent with it. I don't know if she want to jam or she want to beat them up. But something happened behind the tent. And she keep wanting to go in the back there. I don't know what's going on. See you all next week.